ladies and gentlemen. We build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Who's here? That's right. Solo. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Peace, y'all, to the Podcraft, man. Much love, much love. Yo. I guess y'all was expecting me to come on the live today. It's all good, though. It's all good, though. You know, sometimes, you know, I got to run the rocket, too. You know what I mean? I got to be here, too, and host everything, make sure everything's all good, and keep it calm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shouts to the craft room. You know what I mean? Peace to y'all. Much love, much love. I see we building up in here. Yeah, it was good. It was good. AD, what's good, AD?
What's popping?
What's up? What's up?
What's happening? Welcome, welcome.
That's right.
MoreMito says what's up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We in here. So, you know, my dad, he's gonna be coming through to the Zoom. Don't worry, he's gonna come through. I know y'all want to see him. No, I mean, don't worry, he's gonna be.
Everybody's like, "Where's Priest?"
Yeah, I know, because they want to see him. I know, I get it. I'm just a different flavor. I'm the younger, I'm younger. Solomon, you know what I mean, solo gems, you know. But, you know, I still provide the same thing, you know what I mean? So, you know, the wisdom, the spirituality, you know, I still provide it. So it's just a younger generation, you know, it's all good. But he's gonna be here though. Don't worry. We got a good couple guests that's coming on today too, from what I've heard. You know what I mean?
Word.
But yeah, I'm feeling good though. You know, I heard, you know, I know it's still retrograde, right? You know, I'm still doing my thing, living my life, enjoying myself. Back from Alaska. You know what I mean? So all the nature that I needed to see. And, you know, feel good, man. I'm in a good space for myself. I'm in a good space. I hope y'all having a great Monday. You know what I mean? It's the start of the week, technically, for y'all 9-to-5s out there. I hope y'all doing y'all the diligence, you know what I mean, work hard, you know what I mean. I know a lot of y'all provide for y'all family. For the creators out there, keep creating, keep doing your thing, living your life. You know what I mean? And let's live it up, man. We here. It's been a while. When was the last time I hosted the show?
Oh man.
Probably like, I want to say 3 months ago.
Maybe like 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's been a minute, man.
Word.
Yeah. So you all right?
So we got a guest coming in.
We got a guest coming in?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is it?
I'm finna find out right now. It looks like Return of Celeste.
Hey. Man. All right.
So let's see here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, much love to the Podcraft, man. If y'all in here, y'all enjoying the show, man. You just having a great Monday. We doing our thing, living life, and prospering. You know what I mean? I want to make sure everybody's doing great in their lives, and you know how I always preach and everything like that. You know, stay peaceful within yourself and like chase what's really purposeful for your life. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of things going on, a lot of wars, a lot of division, a lot of things going on, and we got to become better as people. That's always been my message, and that's always been my thing. So, you know, I always got to re-elaborate that, because, you know, I think that message needs to always be constantly heard, you know what I mean, repetitively, you know what I mean? Because we always talk in low vibrations sometimes or whatever, but we gotta enlighten ourselves, you know what I mean? We gotta start walking in a lighter path. So, you know, if anything, you know, I just want everybody to be good and stay on the right path, you know what I mean? Like, that's my preach. So, you know, I know a lot of people listening. This is worldwide, I guess, you know what I mean? So, we here.
Worldwide.
That's right. You know what I mean?
New Zealand in the house.
That's right. We bumping up, too. I see the subscriber count. It's bumping up. I see it.
Australia.
On an everyday basis, you know?
All right. So, we've got authorization to let in.
Okay.
Celeste. So, she is joining right now.
All right. That's what's up. Oh, it got somebody else in the weight room too.
Oh.
Somebody very important and special to y'all. So I hope y'all waiting. Oh yeah, much love to the Leos out there. It's y'all season, right? You know, I gotta give y'all props and everything like that. Y'all gonna, finish the heat wave for us. You know what I mean? It's a prideful summer, you know. So, shout out to all the Leos out there. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. You know what I mean? Happy born day. And keep doing your thing, man. Live life and enjoy it.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right. There is Celeste
Hey.
right there.
Okay, hey, what's up? What's up?
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I've never met you. You're the listen, I never
Celeste
met
is the best.
What's going on,
All
love?
right. What's up? What's up? Oh yeah, you know Z, right?
Hello, everybody. Hey, Priest, you gonna get on video? Am I gonna see your face?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on video. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Just break things up. Yo, I know one thing. Air conditioner is flying right now.
That's right. That's
I
right.
can't wait to hear what you got. I am so glad you're back. Hold on, let me get my.
All right, why are you doing that?
Get my stuff together.
How you doing? It's nice to meet you.
Hold
I'm Solo.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Solo. I'm Celeste.
That's right. That's right. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you know Z, my brother.
Yeah, I do. I met him when I was in LA. I was in LA for a good time. This is pre-pandemic. I left right at the pandemic because it was just crazy downtown. But me and your father are really good mates. I've known him for a while now. He's good people.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How'd you enjoy downtown? Where you from?
Well, from the South, I would say Virginia, like Virginia Beach area.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm a little familiar. I was supposed to go to Virginia State, you know what I mean, a while back. Yeah, so I'm a little familiar.
That would have been interesting for you. Anything HBCU, I'm down for. But yeah, no, Virginia. But me and my brother, for the most part, traveled a lot. We were overseas for a while, then we were in DC mostly, and then LA. And we came back to this side for our company, which I'm going to talk about today.
Oh, okay, okay.
Voting and politics. You know, I got to reach us Black people and all people to get out to vote. I think it's really important, especially this election year.
That's right. That's right. You know what I mean? Very important. It's very important. You know, my grandmother always says, I better be voting and everything like that. So I always, it's always being preached because we always have a thing about politics and everything like that. So I understand where you're coming from. So elaborate. What you want to talk about?
All right, so I wanted to talk a couple of things, but the first thing I want to talk about is our company called myBalbo. So it's short for My Ballot Box. It's a family-owned company, my brother and my sister. It's a free political social app for the next generation of change makers. Essentially, it fosters like community engagement, encourages empowering discussions, and it provides like real-time political accountability. Our motto is your voice, your village. So essentially what we wanted to do was like bridge the gap in our nation. It's so divided, especially since 2020, because it's when we started this project. It was a project that then became an actual living, breathing organism. With the pandemic, with the protests that were occurring, people felt like they didn't have a voice. And we said to ourselves, let's make that platform. And what we found out in these conversations is people don't realize when they protest, it doesn't really mean anything if it's not connected to any kind of legislation, right? It's to no. So you're just wasting your time or your breath in that instant because nothing comes thereafter. There's no sustainability. So we started asking people questions like, do you know who represents you, like at the local level or your state? And literally, like no one knew. And I mean, to their defense, I didn't even know when I was in LA who my local officials were, to be honest. So we realized there was a gap, that knowledge gap, because most people go to the polls and they just vote straight down, right? They say blue, blue. And not realizing and understanding these people, especially at the local level, have an impact on you personally. I get the presidency. There's a lot of checks and balances there, but what really impacts you is like your city officials, right? Your governor. I mean, you can even take the pandemic, for example, when we started this. School board decided if your kids wore school masks or not, right? The school board decides what they have in their school system and so forth. And those people are, for the most part, elected officials, and city officials are involved as well. So, and seeing all that, speeding up to 2022 with the election, now in 2024, we're here. We're hoping to push the younger generation to be more involved and having a place for them to kind of interact in a way they didn't have to or they can't before, because a lot of platforms don't provide that space. Everything's about fun and it's jovial, but working to actually have a conversation with anyone locally or even across the nation, because our app allows you to do that. So if you hop on, you can do your own roundtable. It's free again. And if you come on the topic, you'll alert people who are interested in that topic, and they can jump in on the round table with you. They can listen in, or they can request and raise their hand. There's like different emojis and so forth. You can let people up into the room to talk to you. So it's pretty cool. We have really cool partners like vote.org, the largest voter registration organization in America. When we all vote, Michelle Obama's organization, and we can go on. So we've been making some strides, trying to get young people, Gen Z's more involved. Can be a little bit more trying, but if anyone's on boots on the ground, it's those folks, them and millennials.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Technically I'm a millennial, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I understand because
I'm a gastric, as they say, millennial. I'm gonna say you're a baby millennial.
Baby millennial? All right, got you. Nah, but you're right though, because when it was my first time voting, even my younger sister who just
wow, that's dope.
Yeah, even my first time, and my younger sister when she started voting, we kind of didn't know what to do. It was just a bunch of names, and you just kind of like you do what you're told. Like, so if somebody tells you to vote for this person, and or you just checking off people that you don't even know, and you don't even know what they're about. You know what I mean? So I relate to that. You know what I mean? As a person that has voted and knows that stress of what am I doing? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think it's really important too when people think, even when we think about this administration, because we're nonpartisan. So I'm not telling you to vote red. I'm not going to tell you to vote blue. What I'm going to tell you to do is vote. But before you vote, understand why you're voting. And that's what's really important. I think that both parties have their own platform that appeals to a certain demographic, whether you agree with it or disagree with it. But the point is for people to have an actual conversation amongst themselves, even if you are in separate parties, to understand why you're choosing what you're choosing, right? If I'm a white male from rural America, my decision is going to be different from a Black woman in the South, right? Because we have different X factors that influences us, right? But when we are in a space and place where we can have a conversation, right, to understand why you feel the way you feel or vice versa, the whole idea is to have some commonality, like we used to do back in the day. People used to have debates in the streets. We could have it in restaurants, and it'll be cool. Now people rather tweet you or send a meme or troll you, as they say. No one really is having actual conversation. So if we can get people to start speaking to one another and not at one another, it'd be amazing what could be done at the nation for our nation. So
yeah.
No,
go ahead.
Real quick, what do you say about the youth that are scared to vote because of all the fear mongering that's out there? People really don't trust the government and things like that. What do you say about that?
What do I say about that? I mean, if you're looking at history, there obviously, especially for certain demographics, i.e. Black people or minorities, there's always an understandable fear of what the government represents, right? We can go from Tuskegee Airmen, right? We can go just slavery in itself. We can go back the acts. We can talk about even like, we talk about voting. Let's just talk about voting in general, right? Because the big lie I think happens is people go like, well, my vote don't count. There's a lot of big lies out there. That's one lie. Because if it didn't count, then endless ancestors wouldn't have died, right? And let's just say they didn't die, they got murdered. Because after the Civil War, you had the 15th Amendment that was added into the Constitution in 1870, and that guaranteed voting for everyone, regardless of race. But then right after, then you had southern states who implemented like poll taxes, literacy tests, and so forth, so like suppress African American votes. Poll taxes went up until 1964, if I'm not mistaken, until the Supreme Court shut it down. So what that tells you, and she'll tell everyone, your vote truly matters. If people go to the extreme to stop you from voting, even a certain race, right? That's it's powerful. Your voice is powerful. So I try to remind people the history of just even getting to the opportunity to vote is long, sad, and traumatic. But I say do it for the people before you, again, who didn't die for your vote, like die for you to get to vote, but they were murdered. So I say there's power in that. So I would say to them, get out there. The worst that could happen is not to do anything at all. I say it's like what they say, like not voting is not a protest. It is a surrender of your choice and you giving up your choice. So like bad officials are elected by good citizens who don't actually vote. That would be like my response to that.
That's fire. Fire.
I agree.
Fire. No, we need that in these times, man. We need to like wake up and be more bold and stop being fearmonger all the time. There
Yeah.
is, I've been hearing it for a very long time. There is power in voting. And what you're doing is you're like catapulting for a whole new movement. And that shit is fire. Pardon my language, colorful language. But we all got to get a part of this. And I want the Podcraft to know that this is like a movement. And I'm just interested to hear more about it. I mean, hear about more about it. Your program and your brand that you got going.
Yeah, so myBalbo, again, is short for myBalbo. You can download it on the App Store, whether it's Google or Apple. Again, it is free. So essentially what happens is when you put in your information, your zip code, it streamlines all your elected officials that we have in the background. We don't do it down to the local level because there's too many city council members for us to manage, but they can still go onto the app and we approve them or like verify that they are an actual elected official or someone who's a running candidate, and you will be able to see them. The beautiful thing about what we do is we have roundtables for everyday Joes like ourselves who can talk amongst each other about anything they like. But then we also have town halls, and that's specific to elected officials and those who are running. And what's special about that is we kind of level the playing field. So like most politicians, the ones who win is the ones who have the most money, right? They're going to have the most ads and so forth that's going to run, is going to topple, it's just going to keep going and going and going. For ours is when you are a elected official who's been verified or a running candidate, once we do that, if someone's in your jurisdiction and you do a town hall within our app, it will notify them no matter if they're following you or not. And that's how we level it out. So it doesn't matter if you have the most money or not. It's just a matter of you being someone who is an official or running and having the same access to the same constituents. Yeah. And we have on-demand content, stuff like that. But for the most part, what we're really trying to push is for people to go and talk to each other or listen into conversations, if anything. The more people you look for and follow, it's great. I think we have a lot of people you can follow at the beginning of the page. And then just knowing some of your elected officials. Right now, we're just honing into the federal level, the presidential, and the state. And by the election, we should have all of the Congress. Now, we haven't talked about Congress. So people are realizing we're voting for that as well. I know everyone's talking about, different parties. But what's really important is going out again and voting for those folks. Because no matter who is the president, whatever party it is, left or right, the power is in Congress, your Senate and your House of Representatives. And in 2024, we have 33 Senate House seats. Yeah, Senate seats are open and 435 House seats. That's all of the House seats, right? So that's really important to understand that the Republicans right now hold the majority of the U.S. House, while Democrats have the Senate. However, again, if you don't vote, right, House and the Senate become all blue, or it can come all red. Right now, it's leveled out because one can't really push more of the other's agenda. But at the same time, again, that helps the checks and balances of whomever is elected at the top as far as presidency. So I say get out there and vote and understand who you're voting for. And maybe sometimes you might realize that you might not agree with everything that someone says on the left or the right. You might find yourself in the middle, and sometimes you might find yourself either way. And that's okay too. I think sometimes we just follow what our family or friends say. I don't think you should be ashamed of who you're voting for. I think you should be more ashamed of the fact that you didn't vote at all. So yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, is like a lot of like misunderstanding, right? And I think that's most of it, especially like the younger generation. I want to at least say from my perspective is that I didn't understand what was going on. Like I feel like I was just voting for people. I didn't know what they was going. I don't know what they're about. You know what I mean? They could be about anything, and I felt like I had to be biased because of somebody told me where I should sway my vote for. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel comfortable being biased. I'd rather have my own independent thought. But it's also like, and people want immediate change. And I think that's another problem too, because you got to understand that things have to take baby steps too. So that's from like my own perspective.
Yes, we can.
Who's those? So that's funny. Yes, we can.
That's AD.
No, it's true. I mean, the effects of any administration doesn't take into effect until years thereafter their own administration. So sometimes people might find a robust economy based off of a previous presidency. And or a horrible economy because of a previous presidency. And I think that people don't get the idea because what they see is the effects of what's happening now. And that doesn't happen immediately. Usually someone who comes into the seat, the change takes time. So whatever you're seeing or feeling usually is probably from, their predecessor. But most people are not seeing anything. Like you said, Most folks, especially younger folks, want instant gratification, right? That's what we live. Social media is instant gratification. We can DoorDash instant gratification. We can get on a date and dating app just like that, instant gratification. So they want a date.
We can?
Do not like
when did this happen?
Don't even pretend. Let's open up his phone and see what dating app is up there.
I need something. All I got is Instagram. I thought that was a dating app.
That's AD, by the way. Nice to meet you.
How you doing? You have a very nice website.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
It's really well put together.
Thank you. We designed that. Yeah. Me and my brother were and my sister were non-tech founders.
Okay.
So we literally had to become tech savvy in the last 4 years. I can do all kinds of things I didn't think I could do before, which I want to tell folks too, outside of politics and voting, like when it comes to entrepreneurship or just tech, it's a very small space for Black people. And then you try to then put it into a space of politics. And social media is even more crammed. But I say go for it. If you have an idea, no matter how crazy it might sound, just do it. And don't think because you don't have the skill sets that you can't surround yourself around folks who can help you do it. Because that's what you never want to be the smartest person in the room, especially when you're building something.
I hate when that happens.
Right? If you're the smartest person in that room, you need to get out that room. I can tell you now. So yeah.
Everybody always like, where's AD going? Why is he leaving again?
On our app as well, which is really important, is we've teamed up with vote.org. Again, the largest voting registration organization in America. Is you can go up there and register to vote. You can even check your status. You can even see where to vote. So that's really important for us to not just to show you who your elected officials are. We give you the information from their own website. So there's no spinning. We don't give an opinion. It just comes straight from them.
Unbiased.
Yeah. Just click on it and you can see their own actual website. Yeah. Inside the app. So we stay out of that. But we also like the opportunity to register to vote. And if you're under 18, you can pledge to vote and it'll remind you on your 18th birthday, it'll send you an email to register to vote. So that's trying to keep everyone interconnected as much as possible. Not even for this election, but just moving forward, because it's only going to get more interesting, I would say, over time, if not contentious.
Right. Politics, man. Politics and tech is where it's at. We're grateful to have minds like yourself, and a lot of more people of color need to get into that. And just not because we're like the last ones that's getting into tech and politics and the scaremongering and all of that stuff, but that's what's ruling the world right now.
Well,
they're good.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say STEM for sure. I mean, like, especially for you, like as being probably the youngest of all of us here, it's like getting into tech. If anything, that's the future. I mean, we're talking about AI, for God's sake. I mean, AI, this is just literally scratching the surface. And it begun years ago, but it's being enacted in many things now that we utilize every day. Imagine a decade from now what that means for jobs, right? So either be a part of that, right? Or you're going to get pushed out. I say be a part of it, pushed out. So I would say, if anything, push yourself as much as you can to be in some kind of STEM, whether it's science, technology, engineering, those kind of things. So I would just say, keep your head, I guess, down, not down in a sense, but keep your ear to the ground on what's going on tech-wise and politically based, because if you have any stocks or if you want to invest or economy, you need to know those things as well. Market, you should tell you.
I just joined.
Oh, you joined them. Look at you.
I just joined live on air, so yeah.
That's right. That's right.
AD,
yeah.
Hey, do you remember when she was in the studio when we first started?
I know.
Way back.
That was a long time ago, huh?
Yes, we were there. We had a cat. There was a cat. We were in the living room.
Oh, she done mojito.
Yeah.
And I was different. I had my hair pulled back. I was all conservative. So that's why.
Exactly.
Oh, that's probably why. Okay.
Yeah, I look totally different. I was very conservative. But we had a nice we had a nice turnout of viewers that day. That was really dope. But no, I appreciate you, all of you, allowing me to talk about this and talk about what we do and how we do it and just put it out there, because I think that at the end of the day, everybody wants to be heard, right? All of them. At some degree, all want to feel like our voice matters. And I want people to know your vote matters too. Whether they give you the big lie, that's a big lie, like it doesn't matter. Absolutely it matters. That's why do you think they're trying to ensure that you can't get to the polls if it didn't matter? That should ring a bell. So yeah, get people and push it as much as you can on this platform to send vote, make sure you're registered, at least register to vote. There is a deadline. Make sure you go on the website to check your own state's deadlines. Now the election is November 5th, but I know each state has a different early voting and so forth. So some people are going to vote because they don't want to go to the polls because the buffoonery that could happen. You have that opportunity as well. So yeah.
And also, when they go to vote, they have to show their ID, right?
Yeah. Now I don't know. Like each state it's every state has different rules. I would say, and I think it's really important, go into your state website. What is the voter like? You're not supposed to now, certain you're not supposed to pass things out, or it's illegal. Pass food and drinks out, so forth. I know that certain states, they allow you to vote earlier or some a little later. I'm not sure. I know that at the general census, November 5th is a general election, right? They go online and check state by state, like what are the rules? What is their early election?
You have to be an American citizen, right?
You know what? I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm not sure if you have a green card. I'm not going to speak on that. I don't speak on things that I'm not really sure about because I don't want to put misinformation out there that's important for me. But I would say look it up because I know that's one of the things that have been pushed because people don't have the appropriate ID. I think an ID is an ID. I don't know if that has to be associated with a social security number, right? Which you could have a green card, you could have a certain visa and still acquire IDs. I don't know if you have to be an American citizen. I probably should know that. But next time we chat, or I'll follow up in a text after this call, let you know, unless you Google it. I don't want to say that's the case.
Yeah, it's a controversial topic.
Yeah, it's a controversial topic. It is or isn't, it should or shouldn't, or what is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you have the ability to vote, if you are able to register, then go vote. I mean, even if where I was having a conversation with a campaign who's remain nameless, they were talking just strategies and so forth, and I was just listening. They invited me to listen in, and they were talking about individuals who are currently in jail waiting trial. And they was like, I know it sounds crazy, but you should talk to those folks and get them to early vote before, sentence, because they haven't lost their rights yet. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm like, that's true. Your voice can still be heard before, if your court date is before November 5th. So it's those kind of things and strategies of people you should be thinking about. We never think about, like you said, who's not considered like, American citizens who can vote, or those who are marginalized groups, incarcerated and so forth. Those are all things you should be asking and talking about just in general, outside even this conversation.
Yeah, it's so important for cats. I know a lot of people don't know the law or anything, and it's like knowing that we go down for some stupid reasons of not just knowing, and it sounds like we have a lot of power that we're not using, and we just waiting around and we're not using it. Could you elaborate on that more?
Well, I think that, the first most powerful thing you have, if anything, is your time. Utilize your time effectively to learn, right? I would say that's the best resource you have is time. Everything else you can recoup, money, material things, love, all of that. But time is, of the essence. So I say use your time wisely. And this is probably in general sense. But for this topic, I would say learn as much as you can about like the politics and history of it too. I think that's important. I think a lot of stuff has been lost in social media. I'd say unlearn to relearn. Like try to unlearn a lot of things you thought, because I assumed a lot of things when we got into this game with politics and technology. It was totally wrong. There's a lot of assumptions that are made. I think that we just say a lot of things that we hear and don't know if it's necessarily true. Even starting back from when we were a kid, to be honest. So I would say challenge everything, even yourself. When you say something, try to figure out where that comes from and why you say it. And is there any fact to it, right? We have all these beliefs that are associated with feelings, and people don't realize feelings are facts. They're just feelings. So to circle back to what you do, take your time to learn things. And when you learn those things, apply those things. That's what I say.
That's right. It's okay. And it's okay if you get it wrong too. You know
It's
what I mean?
absolutely wrong. Own it. Like I got it wrong. I made a mistake. I assume this. That's what makes us great. Like to make mistakes, that's what makes you better. I don't want to be around someone who doesn't make mistakes or can't say I was wrong, right? That means there's no growth, right? The assumption you're always right. Even the wisest man knows he's not the wisest. So I
Mm,
would just say, yeah, absolutely. Like talk and debate with people, even if you're speaking from opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because someone can drop some facts on you and vice versa. Opinion in itself sometimes can persuade a conversation despite the facts, right? It happens all the time, even now in politics. We see on
Mm-hmm.
TV people express their opinion that have no fact base, but yet people believe it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
express yourself in a way that's a discourse that people and all people in that conversation can feel heard, and learn from each other.
mm.
Mm.
Like,
No,
Man.
no, I'm looking. No, because I'm watching y'all on the screen too at the same time. I'm on
Oh.
this little phone.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that's
Okay.
deep. Yeah,
I feel
that's
good.
that's
I can
called
make you
food.
go and silent. I think I'm doing
Yeah,
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, that's called food for thought. And
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
you know when you eat, you go
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but that's where it's going on right now, man. Down this pipeline, I know some strange things are happening, and it's very important that we take control
Mm.
on
Yeah,
all levels.
absolutely. Especially with your platform. I mean, you have all these individuals who are looking to you um, just for food for thought, right? Like whether they agree or disagree, you have established a place and space where people feel as if you're speaking something to them that means something to them, and dissecting it in a way that is digestible, right? So I think if you can accomplish that, that's something to be applauded for, right? Because if you can take a very difficult topic, even now when we're talking about voting, right?
Mm.
I think when we talk about it candidly like this, it's more digestible versus being going, you better vote or yada yada yada. Or it's like, okay, I hear you, whatever, right? But if you can just banter like we're bantering right now, even if some of us might not have the same political views, right? Or agree about the direction of the country or so forth, that's not the point of it all, right? It's just to sit in a space and place to, live, breathe, and, banter freely, I guess, for now at least.
That's
For
good.
now.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem because we're looking at, please go ahead and vote, and then
Yeah.
you have a heart
Mm-hmm.
attack. Or something like that. And all these old, what I mean, these guys they need to switch up everything. So I like the stance that you're taking and putting us in position to take control of our lives, and take control of our destiny, rather for the children to come. You know,
That's real.
Absolutely. Actually, Generation Z is here, who's prior millennial and Gen Zs are going to truly, for the most part, determine who our president's going to be. I think, let me remember, let me pull it. It was a number that stood out to me. It was crazy. Yeah. So
Mm.
204 million Americans are going to be eligible to vote in 2024. That's insane. Now, the keyword in there is called eligible. Because people are eligible doesn't mean they're registered to vote. And if they're registered to vote, doesn't mean they're going to vote.
Right.
So let's be like clear about that. But that is a large percentage. So they said like in 2020, 66.6% of eligible voters came out. That's probably the biggest they had in a while. That was like more than like I think this was about 162 million plus. So I think this is going to be another big turnout. Obviously, this is the first of many, right? We have, a possible potential second presidency. And then we have a new individual who makes up a demographic that, before a woman, which is crazy that we've never had a woman president. In other countries, even conservative Muslim countries have had them, but we've
Mm.
never had a woman presidency. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes.
hey, that's the question right there. Do you think that we are ready for a female? I mean, we have female goddess and stuff like that.
Mm.
Are we ready for a female to take over? In your opinion?
And so the question is probably more like outwardly, right? Because women in itself, I would say, and I would say this in any space, that I think women in itself are already powerful beings, right? They've always had an influence in history, politics or not, right? I mean, because of women, wars have been started, right? Wars have ended because of women. I would just say that women have always had a place in this world and have always had a major influence. So for me, I think it's just reshaping what that looks like now in this time and place. And what do I mean by that? I mean that front facing, what we see as a leader is usually male, usually white male, but primarily male, despite the woman that's in the ear or whispering, influencing. So if that's all you've seen for generation after generation after generation, mind you, that's many generations, all presidents have been male and white male for the most part into the Obama administration. To think that a woman all of a sudden can be outwardly our leader, it's going to be an uphill battle, for sure. I would say, I
Yeah.
mean, I can saying it can't be, but it'll be an uphill battle. It was different for the Obama administration because he was still a male. People are comfortable with males. They're like, oh, women always have these negative, characteristics. Oh, she's emotional. She's this, she's that, the B word. She's that. If she speaks up, she's too loud. A man he does these things. He's like powerful. He's demanding. He controls a room. So it's kind of trying to reshape that, for at least Harris, and we can say this in this opinion, that's something she's going to have to navigate because she's going to have to appeal in a way that doesn't seem alarming or brash in front of people, right? And I think Trump has done the same. He's kind of like softened his kind of blows. He's still who he is, but he realizes too that he has to meet these people who don't know who they're going to vote for because everyone's going to vote for who they're going to vote for. We already know that. People who are going to vote for Trump's going to vote for Trump, who's going to vote for him, who's going to vote for Harris. But there's still this group right here. It's the red, blue, and then there's the purple. They don't know who for, and that's your Gen Zs, right?
Yeah.
That's your white males, white females, and even black males. Black males is a strong black male Republicans that's in this nation. So it's just trying to reach those people, right? Certain people, different demographics, we know they might have a strong vote on, but I think everyone's going to have an uphill battle, both administrations, on trying to win this election. Whether you like them or not, it's not going to be an easy feat unless something happens that's crazy. And even now these days, it doesn't seem to like push anyone's opinion. It's going to be interesting after the election. It could be a close call. It could be as of today. Now things can change in a month or two. I don't know, but as of today, I think most polls are saying it could be like down to just a percentage. Like a little percent. Crazy.
Right. I don't think the mind to me is like they're not prepared, but it already happened because in England they have the Queen. So they already experienced it. They come to her to do everything. Even make moves. She just be like in the background, causing everything to happen. And I even read or heard some stories that, before they even take sail, they go to the Queen to ask questions.
Oh, interesting. I was reading something about her the other day that was talking about, I was reading this book. It's called Discipline is Destiny. It's by Ryan Holiday. It's a really good book. I've been reading a lot of this kind of books, like Think of Like a Man, The Last Man in Babylon. I don't know, it's just reshaping my way of thinking a lot. But this one particularly, he was talking about the Queen. And how she was, outwardly, she cannot have an opinion. She outwardly can't say anything. She has, a whole court to, make decisions. But they were talking about how, like, she was always calm under pressure. She had this certain resilience about her. And, I don't know much about her. And again, I don't speak on things or claim that I know things that I don't know about. I just read a blurb. But to your point, I was going to order a book so I could just get her biography just to understand her better. Because she was a force when she was reigning, for sure. But again, a monarchy and those who are actually making the laws or writing laws a little different when you compare it to the United States of America. But at the same time, I can go down another rabbit hole with this conversation. We're going to keep it very surface level. Very surface, because, I already know you're going to try to
I'm trying to bait because they don't know.
You almost got me.
Because they don't know how great your magnificent mind is. We did a lot of building. We went to high levels and stuff like that. And it got real deep, for real. So now we back.
Today, since I'm in the namesake of my company, myBalbo, I'm going to keep it very professional, but hopefully in the future I can tap your brain and get into details of all kind of other nuances of what happens in this beautiful world we call life. But I know you got your other guests. I'm not gonna hold anyone up, and I just want to thank you all for keeping me and having me.
Oh, don't mind
Oh yeah,
them.
don't mind them. Don't mind them. They was here to listen to you
We
too.
just here to
Oh,
support
you
you.
for me too?
Keep going.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
chill.
I appreciate the support.
I'm here for the knowledge. Keep
No,
going.
Stay here. Stay here.
Yeah, we ain't kicking you off. Chill.
They just pop in the door like Kramer.
Yeah.
Oh, did
Yeah.
they now? Okay. I'll sit around for now. I'll let you guys jump to another subject, please, by all means. What did you guys
Nah, continue on. I wasn't saying nothing. I
Yeah,
just gave-
AD, play. Let's go to the WhatsApp and let's get some opinions rolling real quick, man. You know, I sent you one earlier, and this all coincide to what you were saying. This is the reason why we got to vote, and we got to step our game up and stop being scared and start getting into the political arena like we're following. Celeste is leading us in there. You know what I mean? And we need to start standing up and start getting into that for real.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Yeah.
because things like this is happening every day. We started off with the scare monger in the early 90s and stuff like that with the Illuminati, with them being exposed, and then different type of other trilogical. But there are control things that we can take over ourselves, and this is the reason why we have this platform and we have things to look at on there. So when we take, I want your opinion on some of these things that I sent you one, right? It's kind of crazy.
Here we go. Here goes the rabbit.
Yeah.
See, we had mammoths and we had mastodons.
Is it the video?
Total in North America, there were 4 different species of elephants. Who thinks about that? You think elephants, you think Africa, first of all, Serengeti Plain, etc. You might think India. But who thinks North America had more elephants than Africa does? That's pretty bizarre when you think about it. But then you think about all the other species, the dire wolves, the North American Pleistocene lion that was almost the size of a horse, the 4 species of sloths, some of them as big as elephants, right? In northern, like in the Yukon area, Alaska, you had the imperial mammoth that stood 16 feet tall at the shoulder. Oh, you had the giant cave bear. You had Ursus spalius, the cave bear. You had Arctodus simus, the giant short-faced bear that stood on his shoulder up to 6 feet high and weighed up to 1,500 pounds. These were some pretty formidable beasts. And within a geological eye blink, they were gone. So here in Tennessee,
Wow. That's crazy.
Wake
in the
up,
world.
people.
What you saying?
No, I said we got to wake up because there's a lot of stuff we just don't know, and because we don't be looking into it like that. You know, what do you say?
What me about the animals?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I believe.
we start with. I see him over there in the corner. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up, Priest?
Yeah.
What up, my brother? Word.
Yeah,
Yo.
man. What's going on with you?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Hey, Priest, who you gonna vote for?
I don't know, Celeste. I mean, who should I vote for? I mean, I don't know.
You vote for the party that aligns with
Hey,
your
Priest, we're gonna do the sequel for Dumb and Dumber.
Yo.
What you say?
Dumb and Dumber. That's what we're gonna have this coming.
Oh, you
this
said that both, no matter what, we're gonna lose.
Oh man, listen. What I'm saying is that, look, both of them, as far as I'm concerned, they're gonna be doing a sequel to Dumb and Dumber. That's all I'm saying.
Priest, the one thing I must say is you are definitely right in
You're
regards
right. It's crazy.
in regards to us, like in general, you know, going into the political arena or like backing, you know, sisters like this or brothers, you know, in the political arena, because they're our voices, right? And we have an institution, you know, like Wu-Tang is an institution, you know, and people, you know that we're always about progress and moving forward, right? So if we're like saying like, hey, this candidate, we're backing them, and you know, that's what we need to be looking at moving forward. Because the one thing I did learn during COVID is, you know, I started a food distribution company to help out people that were in need and people who had money that just needed extra food because it was COVID, right? The one thing I did learn is that they're very organized in that level, in where I donated money to a campaign in Astoria called the Astoria Welfare Society that helped a lot of people outside of Astoria, but in different states. But the one thing I did learn is that the people that were working there, they wasn't working there like off the strength of their heart and just trying to help people back. They're there getting paid as a non-for-profit, and it's part of the government, and there's a whole things that go beyond this as well. So all I'm just saying is that what we need to really do is organize, and that's what I learned about the whole thing about food distribution and helping people, right? Like, we have to do it ourselves. We got to form a real community with a real board of members, people who really know how to do good. Oh, you good at social media? All right, cool. You're gonna handle all our social media. You're gonna do the outreach, the seeding. You're gonna take videos of all the stuff that we're doing, helping throughout the community. Oh, you're good at this. Oh, you do all the product management, the work itineraries. We're gonna start at 5 in the morning. We're finishing at 2 in the morning. Everything is laid out. Like, this is like, it's super organized, and that's the one thing I learned during COVID. About one of the guys that I helped in the beginning at that organization, we got him elected as one of the members in Astoria, right? As a Muslim brother. So what you guys are saying is 100% right, and we could get it done. It's not that hard. I think one of the brothers from Lords of the Underground he's like a mayor, or he's something in the political field in Jersey right now too. So you could Google it. I think it's one of the guys from Lord of the Underground. I think he won in Jersey. So what you guys are saying is 100% on the money. We need to focus our energy in regards to repairing our communities and not worrying about government spending money to help us. What we need to worry about is we taking our own money and repairing our own communities. That's the only way this is going to work as well. Because if we don't do it, they're not going to do it for us. And there's been the Black Party, Black Party of Self-Defense, they're the first party to start doing this, the first party to have welfare. Welfare came from them, helping making sure kids have food, they have shelter, they have programming, they have education. So I think it's very, very important that as elders now in this field, that we need to step up 100% and not complain about the woes in the world, but put the remedies to those woes.
Well, yo, you trying
What's
to win
that?
a campaign?
No, why not?
Hey, Priest. You know what's crazy? The real winner of the campaign. You know who it is? The one that can say the kids of today are the future of tomorrow. The whole thing with the whole Trump, the whole thing with Biden, with all these guys. Listen, you and I both know that all the mess that happened with the Antifa, Black Lives Matter, defund the police, all those things are not things that we're supposed to be exposing kids to. Kids were exposed to a lot of things that they should have never been exposed to during COVID, Priest. I know when me and you grew up and there was a war on TV, they never showed a dead body being put inside of a refrigerator truck the way that they did when they went into Ukraine, right? And they were putting that on the news at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So if we're going to be realistic about what needs to happen is that they need to restructure the way that things have been done. And the media, to be honest with you, okay, the media is supposed to be about current events. What's going on in the community? You understand? The news tells you what's going on in the kid's school, your crime watch, this and this. Let's be honest, Priest. When's the last time that we saw real news between me and you? That's why, you know what? I have to kick back and I have to make a joke of it because we know what's going on out there in the community. And the only way that we have to put the outlet out there is by talking to people and being positive with them. But other than that, it's very difficult because people like us that know what's going on for the last 4 years, Priest, right now, I feel like I just got in the ring with Mike Tyson and got knocked the hell out. We're going on 4 years that we've been suppressed. And not only that, right, but we're responsible. And a lot of the responsibilities and a lot of these people that got held to a higher standard with a lot of these movements that were funded over the last 4 years, Priest, let's be honest, bro, Wu-Tang is for the children. And half of these people, I wouldn't have even put them in the jail. I would have killed them, bro. I'm just being real with you.
I like that. I want to say something about what you were saying about social media. No, I appreciate all of that. It was a conversation I had with a few really cool, smart ass people who were just talking. And the idea, what I think to the point of we've put in too much responsibility on the government and social media to teach our children. We always say the model these days should be going back to the basics. I think it starts with family. I think the idea of what family is has shifted. And I think it has been done on purpose, pulling in different, I would say, perspectives, opinions. And again, I allow people the idea of having freedom to be who they are, but I think family in itself has transfigured in a way that it doesn't seem reachable. So it seems like, okay, people don't sit and have dinner anymore, right? I grew up sitting and having dinner with my family and having a conversation. I remember talking to my older brothers and sisters about little things or debating them, even if we didn't agree, or just asking my family their opinion. Now, honestly, we're obviously going to turn to whatever direction or path we want to take in life. But for the most part, we had a strong family core, and I think that's what's missing. So I think truly, like, I can't blame a politician. If you allow them to teach your children, that's on you, because one, you didn't go out and discover a politician, you wanted to represent you, and now you allow someone who's a bad representative to elect you, and now they're or a governor. Again, the local level is what's the most important.
Politicians have no right to educate your children. There's something called the Houston Mifflin Press, the books, the same ones that me and Priest learned from. That's why we're normal. And that's why I don't understand all this new stuff that's going on, and I'm not going to understand it either. Because I'm going to be honest with you, ma'am. If I would have had a daughter and I would have been a father of a daughter, and the president in the White House told me that it was okay to be minor attracted, I would have been sleeping in my front yard in a lawn chair with my rifle, okay? Because that's wrong. Okay, what these people have exposed these children to, all right, that first of all, neurosurgery will tell you that a child's frontal lobe can only process so much information. Education, give them the books. Get rid of these computers. You want me to tell you why these computers are the enemy in the school too? Kids are getting bullied because of eyeglasses. And because there's a study that says 52% of kids are getting need glasses by the age of 15 because of being in front of a computer screen from the minute that they wake up in the morning that they go to school to when they come home and play their games or whatever it is that they do. Give them books. You know why? Because those books are monitored. Those books have a teacher planning day. Don't talk to my kids about religion. Don't talk to my kids about sex. Don't talk to my kids about nothing. Mom and dad talk to them about the birds and the bees and stay away from my kids. That's it. It's not hard.
I think the one thing
I think the same thing.
I think the one thing that's very important as well is I think we're all saying the same thing, is that the one thing that we all subject our kids to is this. Like them having, it be in front of that iPad. Like he's saying, that Blu-ray, that blue light is not good for their face, but kids really stay on that phone if it's TikTok. And the one thing I want to add on to you is like the world that we lived in is totally different how our kids live in. All right, the world that we live in, we had two really big sources: the TV and the radio. Yeah. That's it. When you turn, even the TV had respect. It turned off itself. You know what I'm saying? It went off. It went off after a while. The radio, it went off after a while, right? But going into the future, we have TikTok. We have this. So the kids see from TikTok. Kids see from YouTube. Even if you put restrictions on YouTube on certain things, they still see it. They still have friends that show. No, I'm just letting you know.
Industrial Revolution, the Unabomber. Okay, and let me tell you something. The internet. This is a phone. They should be monitored from 18 to 21. Everything that he's saying that they've been exposed to is fine. 18 to 21. If you buy a phone and they're 18, they have to run on a different portal. If they're monitoring, parental supervision, every app that a child downloads in their phone, Snapchat, let me tell you something. Any child that's below the age of 18 should have never had Snapchat in their phone. None. Zero. The first thing I would have done was I would have raided the office of Snapchat and put everybody in handcuffs. Because no child should have an app below the age of 18 that the text message disappears and the parents don't know what the child is doing. That's number one. Parental supervision. We were talking about music. You know how many hundreds of millions of dollars the music industry has lost because they don't allow them to do the parental supervision labels or albums or records? It's crazy.
But they don't give those restrictions towards apps. You know.
They don't. See, this is the whole thing. They need to see that the internet is a gateway to hell. And if you buy a device, right, the security of the device is everything. Parents nowadays are in a position where if you don't have a degree in astrophysics, you're pretty much going to lose your kids. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got you. But hold on. Everybody got to get a chance to talk. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody's building, you let them build, and then you come in with your part. I just want this to be everybody be respectful of each other, so we don't talk over each other.
Yeah, well said.
Yes, sir.
No. I just want to say I completely agree with y'all. You know, what I mean, from my own generation, I kind of see it, you know, dwindling down. You know, what I mean, kids now today don't go outside as much as, especially little kids. I see my little cousins and stuff like that. Like they so stuck to the monitor, they're not really getting that play that go outside. They need that. You know, what I mean, a big thing too is like obesity and everything like that, and weight problems, and that plays a factor too. You know, what I mean, you staying all day on your screen all day, so yeah, kids are getting more bullied and more antisocial. So you know, I definitely do agree with that. And from my own understanding, from what I saw, is just like life is not projecting up. We're in a gray area right now, and we gotta learn how to navigate ourselves and know how to like talk to each other amongst different generations and different genders and all these type of different divisions that's going on today. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been seeing lately in my life.
I like that. And I was saying, I appreciate it. I appreciate the passion as well, by the way. I would say this for me, from what you just said, and I'll circle back to family. You said something about, there was a comment about like, you know, exposing my children. We were exposed to a lot of things growing up. Let's be real. I mean, we had songs, Bump and Grind, Marvin Gaye talked about sex. You know, we saw sex when we did, when we were kids, we snuck and saw it. You know, there was things that we seen, right? You know, little porn tapes and so forth. What has happened is the overexposure of it, right? Like even the idea when you said news, we didn't see some of stuff, but you know, we saw things on the news. There was a video back in the day when I was young called Faces of Death. Literally a video cassette they would sell late at night that you could buy. Come on, that you could literally watch people die instantly on on a tape. So I say that to say is like the exposure was always there. It's just the level of it now. It's the oversaturation of sex, the oversaturation of being this or that, skinny or cool or
Come on, give
having
her a bomb. Give her a bomb.
yeah, no, and
Going
it's true.
in.
So, because I don't want us to get fat, like we lived in La La Land and everything was hokey dokey, and we didn't see sex and we didn't curse and we didn't drink. I mean, we all drunk and got drunk when we were younger. I think it's just because to the point of yes, because they have access now, they're overexposed, and because of overexposure, it causes this weird gray area in which, for you, and I think the gentleman in the middle has stated, you know, they're ruled by their phones. Is when you look at your lives today, before it was where it was like people communicated and communed, now they don't, even in a family structure. Like if you say like there's an issue with my children being on the phone, that's not a politician's issue per se, that's a family issue. You have every right to ensure the safety and the well-being of your child up until 18 until they leave. And even after that, if they're living with you, that is your responsibility. And I think sometimes people lose sight of that and trying to, not saying anyone here is doing that, blaming the politician or the tech company. Those things are not going to change. AI is even coming in full force. Even going to be more exposure that they can talk to someone and they can create a simulation for themselves. So I think it has to start at home to ensure that people understand, children specifically understand what's real and not real, what to be exposed and not to be exposed to. And I think that starts with the parents and their siblings. So I just want to throw that out there.
I completely agree. You know, the family foundation is very important. You know, what I mean, where you come from and even your community, right? Like there needs to be more like guidance going on in the communities, because I think that's going lower today too. You know, what I mean, nobody really knows who they are, where they're figuring out, you know what I mean? And they're getting all the answers from the internet, and sometimes it's wrong. Like I talk about relationships most times and the modern day dating today. It's difficult, right? Like, cause you know, I feel like a lot of it is all social media that doesn't really show you how to really connect and gain trust with somebody. And that's already how you start a foundation of family, right? Is that connection point. And a lot of people do it off of just, you know what I mean, having sex. And that doesn't build a real family. That just builds you know what I mean? It doesn't really build a real foundation of a strong family, because they was never truly connected. They just bonded together off the body, and that's it. You know what I mean? And now you got all these kids today question themselves and where they're going or whatever. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the passion. Keep this passion up. This is what we want. Like having
Yeah.
this type of conversation, agreeing or disagreeing, who gives a damn? We're talking about it. And that's what's important. That's the intent behind our company, myBalbo. It's like, don't shy away from it. You know, we want people to be heard, right? You know, we want to have respectable discourse, right? But we're all adults here. We don't have to agree, right? We can agree to disagree, but at least hear the other person's perspective. You might actually learn something. I mean, that's all it's about, some understanding, even if you don't agree. I just want to understand where you're coming from and why you're coming from that place so I can know where to meet you.
That's communication. You know what I mean? Well, you know, because we always gotta talk about deeper things, and people, like you said, like people don't like talking about politics because it's a very touchy subject. You know what I mean? People get touchy because, you know, at the end of the day, there's still some trauma involved in some type of politics. You know what I mean? There's some type of issues that still need to be like brought up. You know what I mean? We kind of ignore a lot. You know what I mean? Definitely today we ignore a lot, and I definitely agree. You know, I don't think kids should be really overexposed through the phone, especially like at the age of, you know what I mean, if you 10 years old, like it's too much responsibility for a child to have. You know what I mean? I think kids need to be monitored in terms of what they're even digesting because, you know what I mean, if they're on Twitter, I mean, you know, it's X now, but if they're on Twitter, they could get oversaturated through whatever is going on out there because they show you everything. And that's like way too much for a kid to even see that right now. You know what I mean? Kids should be going outside playing, you know what I mean, like a natural kid. You know what I mean? Even teenagers are over sexualized with sex because their hormones not really perfectly being explained to them. You know what I mean? They just having sex and they don't know what's going on. Next thing you know, they're having babies at the age of 17. And that's not right either. You know what I mean? That's not creating no foundation of family either.
I just want to like add on to just like a personal, you know, I have now 11-year-old son, right? He was 10. He turned 11 a few days ago. And, you know, I was walking him to school one day and he sees a condom on the floor and asks me, what is that? So I told him what is it used for, right? Because I feel like, all right, you're gonna be 11, you know, we should talk about these things, you know, versus, you know, a friend, or you see it on Instagram or whatever. So I felt like, you know, as his father, I should just, you know, and my father was very, like he told me stuff very young about stuff. Like I listened to Howard Stern with my dad, you know, like it was it was jokes, you know. My mom, she was like, my mom wasn't really fond of Howard Stern, but it was jokes, you know, Baba Booey, you know, Robin, you know, it's jokes, and it's funny. But now I see it as like, all right, cool. So I'm just, for me, I'd rather tell my son these things versus someone else telling my son. And, you know, for me, you know, I tell everyone, like, the blessing is that I can tell my son these things, you know, and I feel like that's super important, like for me to tell my son these things and let him know, you know, because my father told me these things, and having my dad there is super important, especially like my whole entire, like, you know, until he passed away, he was like always there and, you know, navigating me the right way. So it was like, oh, when you're 18, we're done with you. It was like, nah, like it's a life course, you know. So, but yeah, nah, it's super important that I had that conversation with him, and he asked me things now about it. You know, I always told him, like, don't be shy. I'm your dad. Like, how you think you got here? You know. You know, he was like, ew, you telling me too much. I'm like, I am, and that's it. but you know, you gotta. I told him, like, I'll never be your friend. I'm your father. You know what I mean? You know, we're just gonna have that conversation, and we build on and navigate him to his young manhood to becoming a man. You know, so as much as I could, and you know, we're honest and open, and think that, like you said, communication is the key. Right? Because if we don't communicate, then, you know, they'll always, you know, will stray away.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like questions that's not being, like a lot of problems they might be going through that need to be resolved, and they, you know what I mean, it's better to get a firm answer than just wondering everything like that. Like you said, you get answers from friends, you know what I mean? That's somebody that's relating to you in your life, right? That's not somebody that's really that's not really somebody that has the guidance over you to like guide you and show you what it's really about. You know what I mean? Because you hear from friends, you know, especially like if you like in your preteen to teenage years, you know what I mean? Sex conversations is not about, you know, this is what you need supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? It's not explain the right way. You know what I mean? It's explain how your friends would say it. You know what I mean? There's a lot more jokes involved. It's not. You need more of a serious conversation at that age, and it's very important, as you said, that to your son at that age, and that's a good question to ask. You know what I mean? As you know, because that curiosity is there. You know what I mean? Every kid is curious. They want to know more and they want to understand more because they still exploring this world. You know what I mean? It is wild, but yeah. But no, it's real though. It's real though. You know, I think life is real. You know what I mean? And I think for the children are the future. And everybody should be a firm believer of that. I don't care about who is. The kids will always be here longer than you. You know what I mean?
It shouldn't matter what political association you are. It shouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't matter. Their goal is to make the world a better place, to make the communities a better place. These people the Republicans and the Democrats are supposed to get along. They're supposed to get along. But there's things that are not letting them get along, and those are things that are not letting them get along. How you guys said, there are things that maybe it's not time for you to be exposed to how the president's really elected. The president's really supposed to be elected by the people, but is he really? Sometimes the answer is probably no. And there's reason by a lot of the things that we've been exposed to the last 4 years for you to think that. But the one thing that you have to believe in is in your country, in the red, white, and blue. And the reason that we are all here today is because there's people that gave their life for us to be sitting here having this conversation. Believing in your country. Every time you want to give up, and do not bring any religious, so like you said, religion also comes from the home. That's another thing. Religion and politics come from the family and come from the home. And Gus, you want to know what? You're a lucky man to have an 11-year-old son, to him to have known what you saw on the floor with him, the condom on the floor, and to have been able to explain it to him. So God blessed you with a good son, and you did a good job in raising him. Because the average kid would have known what that is and probably how to use it at that age. So you've done a good job. All right, so there's a lot of things that need to happen, and the most important thing is we the people. You know, let's use Tupac as an example. Tupac, the most controversial rapper in the world. He said, "United we stand, divided we fall." They've divided us by every possible which way they've been able to. Now, how do we unite?
Takes baby steps, I guess, you know, from my...
And it's real history, because history is supposed to be about evolution. If we would have evolved as people, we would have been in a better place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the teachers, and you guys talk about education, they need to invest money in education to teach you the real foundation, the real history. A lot of the real fundamentals of history have been erased. I think Google's only accurate up until really 1975. Los Angeles has a phenomenal library that has 5 floors. Okay, that in Florida, you don't see that. There's books there from the 1920s, from the 1930s, from the 40s that you couldn't find in any other place. It's crazy.
I got a video that's related to what you guys are talking about. It's pretty good here. Check it out.
All right.
And the Republicans wear red and blue. And they gangbang. And I just said, how odd is this? And these are the super gangsters. People are always at me, are you left wing? Are you right wing? Are you conservative? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why do I gotta be anything?
Right.
I have my own opinions. Some of this shit might fall on the right. Some of this shit might, but I'm not in your motherfucking gang. So, you know, I just turned them into the gangs that they mirror on the streets. Now you got the Democrats, which are blue, and the Blood Publicans, which are red. And the hook is fuck what you heard, both wings on the same bird. Yep. The Democrats.
That's 100.
Throw some bombs on that, for real.
Shout out to Ice-T.
Same exact thing. You know what's funny? Him and I got a history together that I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to disclose on this podcast, because that's between him and I. Because since Ice wants to come out there, remember Ice, when you put a little heat on ice, you know what it does, right, baby? It melts. And that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to walk away with that, Ice, because you don't want it with me, playboy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
About that.
whew.
I think so. Who wants after that?
Man, I don't know how to follow that up. that was some heat right there. Woo. Woo. Well, I'm gonna go to the message. I'm gonna calm it down. Listen, man. Much love to everybody. But no. But that. No, you good.
You know I love that, dog.
Yeah, you good. You good. It's all right. But look. Nah, but to the but to the message though, to the message, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's the vision, you know what I mean? And we got to fix the vision. We got to solve that problem because there's a lot of different wars that's going on today, right? Like it's not just regular wars that's going on. There's generational wars. There's gender wars. There's all these wars that's going on. You know what I mean? We got to learn race wars, everything. You know what I mean? All that stuff is going on and we got to learn how to solve it appropriately. You know what I mean? There needs to be educational conversations that have to go on and learn and actually open your mind. You know what I mean? Use your mind and actually go deeper. Because I always say, my biggest saying is stop sticking to the surface. We got to go deeper to the problem and the issues. You know what I mean? That's always my whole thing and my philosophy in life, you know? Because we all like to just wipe it away with surface level thoughts and not really go deep into the what's being said sometimes. So, you know what I mean? I have to always bring it back, you know? I hope is everybody doing good though?
Awesome, man. I'm just chilling, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's right. That's right.
Enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, I want to say something. He made a point, and I appreciate. I want to know. I appreciate everyone's passion up here. I keep saying that, and I'm not saying that to just like soften any kind of language or how we're exchanging our dialogue with each other. But I truly mean that because if there's passion, that means there can be purpose behind that. And what I usually want to ask people when they have that type of passion, how do you enact that, right? Because what concerns me a lot is there's a lot of passionate people. You all talked about like how you were community building, and it was like great organizers, right? But the question is always about sustainability. This is a conversation me and my brother always have, even in our conversations with politicians at a local level or even higher, with it regards to our app or not, is like how does it become something that can be impacted over the years to come, my children's children and so forth. And it's never really that tool. Everyone has like this opinion, like this, everyone has an opinion like an asshole. But like I would say for me is like, how do you apply that? Because everyone wants to say something, but no one's really necessarily doing something. And it's something as simple as the act of voting is actually doing something. I would rather come to a place to say, okay, the election was stolen because I actually did something and I put action behind my dialogue versus saying, okay, it was stolen, but I didn't do anything to begin with, right? I didn't even vote. I know that during a certain administration, even between Trump and Hillary Clinton, a lot of people didn't go out to vote because they're like, oh, she got her. It's not a big deal. And guess what? She lost. Now, again, I'm not one to say I was for Trump or I was for Clinton. I'm just saying the fact and the act of not voting. So to me, whether you believe it's a 1% or the half of the percentage is making the decision, whether you believe it's the electoral college, whatever it might be, for me, in order for you to have an opinion around the subject means you actually have to take an act in it, right? So you actually have to cast a vote. So I would say at least cast a vote and then start continuing to push with passion, with the purpose of trying to change this, I would say, this nation in the most positive way. I'll hold it right there to open the floor to everyone else because I know you all have opinions.
Well, dang. Well, yeah, I repeat it. Sorry, let me get back. It was a lot. I had a process just now. So repeat it.
I just want to open the floor with the idea of like sustainability, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even the idea of these kind of conversations we have, whether it's one-off, right? But even this conversation to me is a nuance, right? It impacts you differently depending on who you are, age, race, gender, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Things. I think for me is like people have a lot of opinions about voting.
Right.
The passion about people's perspectives of voting. What I'm concerned about is people not having a purpose behind that passion, right? Like I can criticize the next man any moment right now. I can criticize anyone in any given day and do extremely well at it.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't get nowhere with that, right? Unless I can say, maybe this is the problem, but here's a solution. Maybe we can work together to get somewhere. And that's what I'm asking. And I think the first thing, at least when we talk about like even the idea of criticizing voting, it's like, well, someone else is going to make the decision. Even if that was true, not saying it is, and not saying it isn't, you still didn't use your freedom to actually cast a vote. To me, then, do you still have the opinion, right? If you didn't even put any action behind that passion, which leads to some type of purpose in the future, right? The purpose of electing a president or a local official to do these types of things. So those are the things I'll be thinking about when people say, well, this is going to happen no matter what. It's just like you kind of give up the fight. What's the point of us even having this kind of dialogue if it's like, well, just, fuck it. I'm just going to, it is what it is. Someone else is going to make the decision for my life. I don't believe that. Even if there is some puppet in the sky, not puppet like God, but like these percenters and half percenters or whomever you might believe is controlling it, you still have a thing called free will, right? To choose. And if you choose not to vote, that is still your choice. But either be a part of the solution or you're going to be a part of the problem. I'm asking people to be part of the solution. And that means going out, voicing your opinions, and if people don't agree, and then doing something behind that, right? Versus just let me tell you how I feel, and then it goes nowhere, and that's what we call sustainability, right? That's when we put purpose behind it. That's when we push for things that happen in our community, right? Or we fundraise and do certain types of things, things that just don't die because we all had a plan one day. It felt really good. We pat each other in the back and then we're gone again. And then our communities at a local level, right? Or even in our own families is still in disarray. So those are the things I just get concerned about. Like, I just want people, like, no matter how you feel about how this election might go, whatever you might believe, just show up and start talking to people, even if you don't agree, right? Because I think you're going to learn a lot from each other. One, like I said before, take your time to learn, whether you agree or disagree, and then do something with that and apply it in some way that hopefully has a positive impact, not only for yourself, but the people around you. Not too much kumbaya.
No, I got it now. All right. So I think a lot of people are comfortable. I would like to say that too. I think a lot of people comfortable wherever they're at, if they're financially stable, do everything like that. And I think people, they need more information. And I think the information is here, right? Like you're talking about it right now. And I think people are just more, they're always skeptical. They're thinking about the longer agenda, the thing that's being pushed. Like you're going to say, like most people not going to like the two parties that's being represented. They actually might not even like the people in general. And we just don't have a full understanding of politics because I'll be honest, like majority of people won't have a full understanding of politics. So I think that's where the fear comes from. And I do agree with you. It's like, if you're not going to say nothing or you're not going to vote, because this is what my grandmother says to me, if you're not going to say nothing, you're almost becoming the problem than the revolution. You're kind of allowing the people that you don't want to take over. You know what I mean? You're kind of giving them the full power. And you got to have some type of voice, and you got to be able to speak. What do you want? You know what I mean? What do we deserve out this country? Because right now we're kind of falling apart in our own vibes, right? But we gotta learn how to stick together, and we've done great on how to separate our views. We know how to separate, keep ourselves divided based on certain things, and we do great at that. But we don't know how to glue together in terms of like what we truly desire out this country. So I understand completely what you're coming from with that, and we gotta just learn how to like learn more and get more educational off the politics side of it, because a lot of people just already skeptical right now. Like they already biased to the fact that there's nothing I can say. You know what I mean? There's nothing I say. My voice doesn't matter, and they're gonna choose who they want anyway. They have the push agenda, but there's some type of voice, and you gotta just, I guess, get to know the parties that's being represented and everybody else that's also being represented, and kind of go from there. Trust me, like I keep saying, it's a very touchy, it's a very, people are not comfortable talking about it. It's actually like they rather hear whatever lies that be pushed than the truth. You know what I mean? And sometimes some people need some level of reality, hard truth, and actually listen to what's being said. You know what I mean? And what do you want? Like I always say, what do you want out of your own life? And does that align for what this person is trying to say or trying to create in general?
Yeah. And people need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, just take the heat. I grew up taking the heat. We all grew up taking, well, for the most part. I keep saying growing up. I know you it's over in our 40s and 50s. I mean, we grew up taking the heat. Like, people run away from conversation and confrontation now. Back in the day, we would sit and joust with the best of them. We could be in a bar. We can be at the barbershop. We could be over a friend's house. And you know what? And we'll be all right. The next day we'll have a drink. Later that day we'll have a drink, and life goes on. I think people are just not okay with being uncomfortable, and especially the younger generation, I would say. They just rather do things over their phone. But with all that stated, and before I even jump off this call, is I believe in this nation. I believe that my ancestors didn't drop their blood just for us to just sit on our asses. And I believe that when people come together, change happens. We've seen it over history all the time from different civilizations. Um, it's just been proven. There's a lot of things that's working against us, absolutely. But when we work together, so much can be done. I think the first part is just being educated. Learn as much as you can. I say unlearn to relearn. There's a lot of things that you've been told that is not true. There's a lot of things I realized I believe that was not true once I started learning a lot of things. I know we say, let's Google it. I hate to say it. I would go beyond Google. I mean, Google's only going to give you what it believes it should push to you. And I mean, they already had something that came out today about how they push content, you know, how they promote certain things. But I would say, talk to your family and friends, get different perspectives, and just start exploring, going down a rabbit hole the best that you can. But if we continue to have conversations like that, even if we don't necessarily agree or we feel passionate or heated about it, that's cool too. At least we're talking to each other versus at each other or behind each other's back. And that's democracy at its beauty, honestly. That's the whole purpose of it, that we could have the platform to do what we do. Shit, even the platform to even rest. This one quote from Dr. Tobias that I love, that he says that, my ancestors, gave me, they worked so that I could rest, right? And people don't rest now. They want to work, 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 work. So just think about that. The woes behind you, there's thousands and thousands of footprints before you that got you here. So out of respect for those who work hard for you to sit now and have an opinion when they didn't have the opinion themselves, right? I would say use that opinion and actually do something with it. That's all I say. Whether someone agrees with you or disagree with you, at least put purpose behind all the passion. And I think no matter what, at least we can say it's democracy on a fundamental level. So that's kind of my forethought. And I'm going to have to drop off soon. So I can leave you guys in some other videos. I'm sure it's going to come up eventually. But I appreciate you all having me. I really, 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 really am.
Oh, of course. You come back anytime. We glad to have you on the craft and talk. You know what I mean? It's very nice meeting you too. I know you. I know this is a long time meeting, right? Because I know my brother and my dad, so that's dope that we could finally come together and speak. I like that.
Absolutely, thank you, and everyone. myBalbo, myBalbo. You can find it on any app store. It's free. Join the movement. You can sit and talk on a round table with someone locally or across the nation. Have these kind of conversations that we're having today. So on that note, beautiful, beautiful gentlemen, I want you all to have an amazing evening, and I'm sending nothing but positive energy your way.
Much love, much love.
Likewise, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Definitely gonna
we got the link.
Download the app too.
We got the link to your app in the description.
That's right.
Thank you, lady. I appreciate that.
To the website.
All right,
All right, see you.
Absolutely.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Wow. Much love, much love. Well, make sure y'all receive the message. You know what I mean? Digest it. You don't have to make an immediate decision right now. You know what I mean? I know how everybody feels. No, I'm not going to vote right now. Nah. Just you got to digest the information, because sometimes we very reactive, and we got to sometimes sit in a certain thought. So, you know what I mean? She did a great job today in explaining to us we need to be more vocal about what we want in the future and about the politics that's being presented for us. And we need to be better in terms of understanding our nation that's going on and what the problems are going on and how can we solve them step by step, because not everything's going to be instantly, gained. So you got to understand baby steps happen.
Word.
Mm-hmm. Real talk. Shout out to her though.
That's what's up.
Much love.
The one thing she did say is the sustainability within communities. And the one thing that I did do, and I helped a lot, is when we did these programs, the lady's name is Inglewood Barbie in Chicago. We basically put the money for her first safe house, which then when she did that, she got funded by this guy named Virgil Abloh who passed away. He was the head designer of Louis Vuitton. Basically, also after she found out that we helped her, he helped her, and then she did a whole movement in Chicago, which is now still running and functioning. She's helping a whole bunch of homeless people, helping people, community people rally, giving them food on a daily basis. Also, I can tell the Astoria Welfare Society in Queens, another sustainability program that we have that's still helping families as well. So I think the main thing that we have to realize is that we can't rely on people. You know, can't rely on these people. We got to rely on each other and the people who are that you know in your community that are doing it. You know, spend like an hour or two. You know, like go over there and help them. It ain't nothing. And I'm telling you, once you spend that hour, you be like, oh man, this feel cool. And then you might tell a friend like, yo, you should come with me, and then it builds on like that. But it definitely, man, just like, you know, go to your, you know someone that's like, oh, this person always go to the soup kitchen, or they just giving their time, or you know where to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. Everyone knows somewhere where they're helping people, and just spend like an hour or two. It ain't that hard.
Yeah, that's 100% real. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people know there's so much problems that's going on. Like, you know, we all know there's homeless going on. You know, there's other problems going on, but we don't really do nothing to. We just talk about it, right? And I think that's is a very important thing, because we can sit here and say, yo, homeless. You know what I mean? We need to find shelter for these people and everything like that. But, you know, some people just say that. You know what I mean? They're not really pushing or even trying to get out there and help. You know what I mean? Because, you know, why is the resources that what they want? They want that comfortability of like, okay, I'm getting paid for it. You know what I mean? And I think that's another problem too as itself. You know what I mean? You're not going to do something unless you're getting paid for. And, you know, the sometimes you gotta just do stuff out the heart, you know what I mean? And it's actually really a good thing if you just helping. You know, you might learn something, right? I think watching the homeless is like, it is sickening to see, you know what I mean? It's sad to see the homeless outside and off these drugs and everything like that. Of course they do it to themselves most times, but like sometimes you just gotta draw in a bad hand. And, you know, sometimes we gotta be better as people, learn how to come together. And we, like I said, we do a great job in keeping ourselves separate. You know what I mean? And I get it's for protection and everything else that goes on. But, you know, we got to learn how to, like, become human and connect with humans again. You know what I mean? I think that's another thing, too. So, man, it's like, yo, y'all got to do better, man. I got to do better, too. I mean, it's not just y'all. It's me too, right? I'm not perfect either, right? Like I'll see homeless people and they'll ask me for $1. I'm not giving them that $1 because sometimes you know where the resource is gonna be spent. So it's one of those type of things.
I mean that's on them. If he wants to get himself a beer, hey, get yourself. That's what you need.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm happy I can help, but you know his business decisions are his business decisions. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Giving out that money is a karmic transaction on your part. You know what I'm saying? You give that out, you're giving to the universe. Somehow the universe knows. When I gave $20 to a homeless guy, I got a new job the next week. Changed my life. Is it connected? Probably not. But is it? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe that $20, I don't know.
You want to know something? It wasn't the value of the dollar. I think
I should have gave 30.
I think people really get the disconnection. Like, if I ever do something for you, I'm not doing it because I want something for you. I'm just doing it because just out of just doing it. I'm not ever. I learned that from my parents. Like, if you do something for someone, you're just doing it for them. Don't ever think they should do something for you, because what you do good for a person, they might not ever do that back for you. So I learned that since I was like a little kid. If I help you, I help you. That's it. I'm keeping it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking back and be like, well, you know what, that does. Man, that's like a chore list. If I do it, we're cool. You know what I mean? I'm keep it moving.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
it's like gift cards. You know, sometimes people will give you a gift card for Starbucks, but that money could have been on like a gift card for Visa. You could have used that to buy something, but now you got to go to Starbucks.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
But you want to know something? You could have used that Starbucks and gave it to someone who probably likes Starbucks, or you on a date and you be like, yo, you know, you want to go to Starbucks, sure. So you gotta you deal with the cards that's dealt with you, baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go with it.
No, but that's 100% real. We expect a lot of things that we fabricate. Like we live a lot in fantasy land. Sometimes we gotta like deal with reality. Yo, you got a Starbucks card. You know what I mean? You can't change that. That's what the person gave you from out the heart. Now, you never know. You might meet your girl. You might meet your future whatever at Starbucks. Or you might just meet a business opportunity. Who knows what you're going to meet in Starbucks, but it pushes you to go that way. You know what I mean? If somebody's doing it from a genuine heart. Yeah. And you see how we automatically assume like, man, I wish you just gave me a $50 gift card and I could just buy it on anything.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably going to waste it on anyway. right? Because we think very materialistic, but you never know. It's the experience, So sometimes when somebody gives you a gift or like tickets to a concert that you definitely don't want, you could give that to a gift to somebody else, or you could go yourself. You might have a good experience or something new, So sometimes it's good to like, be uncomfortable with something that you're not really comfortable with, and maybe you got to learn how to accept. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just gotta learn to accept some certain gifts. You know what I mean? Somebody, if they coming from the heart with it and there's no pushed agenda, you know what I mean? Because I know there's agendas is what makes us fearful, right? But we gotta learn that, if the person aligns and has moral beliefs that are, typically a good person, then you gotta trust this. You gotta just trust it and be like, okay, and if they deceive you, then you learn something too. So it's actually a good thing.
Good call.
Yeah, it's real talk, real talk. So I'll say go to Starbucks and see what's out there. You know what I mean? Get yourself a coffee. It's all good.
A frappuccino.
Yeah, right now you like First of all, $30 gift card for Starbucks is pretty good. You could get a lot there. You know what I mean? So I would say that right there.
The croissants, the chocolate croissants, and the blueberry muffins just slamming.
Okay.
Yeah, see, look at that. You know what I mean? Just and now look at you. You already gave away that Starbucks card. Now that person's living a life. They met their business opportunity right there, and now next thing you know, they own a $1 million company right now. It's crazy, right? You just gave it away. The blessing. We gotta stop blocking our blessings, y'all. Like that's one thing I talk about too. We gotta stop blocking our blessings because we guard up our walls for things that don't make sense. So we gotta start accepting. Okay, this is a gift card that's for me. I gotta go to Starbucks now. And I have a reason why I have to go to Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might not drink Starbucks on the regular, but now I got a reason. You know what I mean?
That goes along the lines of the Taoism. You guys are familiar with Taoism and the yin yang symbol about letting the flow happen. So that's like trusting the universe. Some will say trusting God. Whatever labels you want to put, you're trusting the flow of your life. And that flow is like part of Taoism teachings.
Yeah.
Which is also where the Jedi in Star Wars kind of took from. They took from Taoism and like some other thing.
Yeah, see? I mean, we got to learn.
Trust the flow.
You got to trust the flow sometimes. Flow of energy, you know what I mean? I'm big on flow, you know what I mean? So, when nothing blocking. Like, I always see people blocking themselves, you know what I mean, from the world because they're fearful of certain things because they haven't really properly healed that experience. So, like, we got to learn how to accept, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we meet a lot of deceitful people, and we got to learn who those people are, right? From what they say and pay attention to what they're saying, how they're saying it, everything like that. But you got to like learn how to accept love when it's brought to you. You know what I mean? You just got to learn how to do it and biggest thing is conversations and understanding and everything like that is also a big deal too. Because we don't really properly conversate sometimes. We kind of just like awkwardly do it, or like we might not just fully say what's actually on our minds because of protection. So it's a lot that goes on too. So I get that.
I remember learning that lesson as a kid. You know what I mean? Because I had like a Lego set that it was a specific Lego set they had. You know what I mean? I was like really young, and I had it and I liked it and I was building my stuff. And then I had some kind of party on a birthday or Christmas or something, and someone gave me another set. It was the exact one. And at that point I'm like, oh no, I already have this. Like my parents just got me that. And I remember making a fuss about it, and I didn't think of the concept, now you got more blocks that you could build something even bigger on. Do you know what I mean? At the moment I was just like, no, y'all messed up. I was such a brat, you know what I mean? I'm an only child. I'm like, I already got this, I don't need this. And then it took my dad to say, hey, now you got two. Yeah, this is a better thing for your Lego collection thing. I'm like, collection? Yeah. And then I was really happy because then I just shifted and be like, look, this is supposed to happen. This is good for you, Now you got more. So that little perspective of thinking at a very young age kind of was something that was necessary. You know what I'm saying? But that was interesting to see. Like, no matter what you get, see the light in it.
Yeah, and you see how your father told you, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, you got two of them now. It's like don't reject the gift that was given to you. You know what I mean?
I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I already have this.
Yeah, you got two. You got two now.
Two is better.
Yeah, and two, and you have more Legos to play with, right?
Yeah.
So it worked in your favor anyway. See, we're too reactive. We got to sometimes trace back. Now you're a child. Like a child is gonna be reactive regardless.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but. That's sometimes that relates too, because sometimes we automatically react instead of sitting down in that thought. You know what I mean? Well, now you got two Legos, right? The father sat there and said, oh, you might you might have gotten that gift from, I don't know if it's your aunt or whatever, but
Yeah, I remember.
she probably had a good, like, she had a good point with it. She's like, oh, I know AD loves this, and then what happens is I got the same thing. So he's like, okay, they gave you two, and then it benefited your whole collection right there. You know, I mean, you had more fun. You know, who knows then? I know you made more mess, but you had more fun at the same time. So that's good. I mean, look, we gotta just learn how to embrace what's being given to us. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're too quick to reject it because it's not exactly what we want and how we want it, but we got to just accept it for what it is, you know?
Yeah.
This goes into anything. I think look, man, I think about relationships like that. That's how I think relationships are too. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to accept what's being given to you, you know what I mean? And sometimes you got to understand we too shallow. We reject things. So that's another thing too, like that I've noticed in the how to connect that to relationships in general, you know. Because, in the dating world, everybody's trying to get what they want for instant gratification. Like we all kind of said, these phones is a curse sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we got to learn how to, like, understand what do we need and understand that what we want is going to happen. We just got to be more patient with ourselves. We kind of talked about this last episode.
Yeah. There's a measure of, like, of your usage, I think, with the Instagram. So for me, I have a discipline to where, like, we need that Instagram for promotion. You know, we're doing marketing here. We're promoting the podcast, whatever your endeavors are, your projects. We need it for pushing out content. Mm-hmm. It's the receiving part that we've got to filter on. So when we post, you scroll down maybe 1, 2, 3 posts, and then say to yourself, okay, I'm going to stop because it's not for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That feed is for the consumers, the customers out there, the general public. You almost want to separate yourself from the civilians. Even though you're a civilian, you kind of think in a mindset to where you're marketing, you're focusing on pushing content, being a producer rather than so much of a consumer. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Because once you start going down that road and you're like scrolling, oh, that's funny, I'm gonna share it, and I'm guilty of it. If you look at my Instagram, I post some stupid shit. But it's difficult, it's a challenge, and it's a practice that it takes to be like, look, I'm gonna scroll a little bit and then stop. All right, that's enough. I gotta get some sleep.
Self-control is the most important thing. Like,
yeah, man, discipline.
And I agree with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of what you said. Like, there's the players in the stadium, there's the watchers, and then there's the people outside of the stadium. So all of that stuff kind of plays in a factor too, also. But self-discipline is the main control of yourself. Like, social media is actually not. It's not as bad. It could be bad if you don't know how to control yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that's why, people watch porn and all that type of stuff, and Twitter, and they dissect all this lower vibration stuff. You know what I mean? And then they start consuming that, and that's what they start to become. You know what I mean?
Dude, Twitter is so much porn. It's literally called X now.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy, right?
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. And even like TikTok, like I'm not on TikTok like that. You know what I mean? I'm on TikTok.
I don't even have a TikTok.
A very small dose of.
I don't want.
You know what I mean? Small doses. You know what I mean? I just click through some videos, and you might find something funny for a little bit, but I can see how that could get uncontrollable. You could start looking at videos all day, and then you get addicted to that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's a problem as itself. That's what we was actually talking about with the children, because children, you know what I mean? They're very impressionable. Like, they're gonna look at something, and they're gonna be like, oh wow, the phone. So they
got phones at 4.
Yeah, and they're gonna stay on their phone because there's video games they love. They love video games. They love watching people. People watch people play video games.
Yeah.
People
Twitch.
That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because it was probably because they don't get the enjoyment out the game or out themselves. They would rather see somebody expert or play or whatever, or they just find that person entertaining. But that just shows you how sometimes some kids are antisocial. You know what I mean? And that's another problem too, because kids I believe kids need to go out and socialize. They need to go out to school. Yeah. They need to meet friends. They need to be able to know how to talk to people and even learn their bullies if that's what they're gonna come across, and learn how people are. I think that's a big deal too. A lot of kids is very, I'm noticing that, as I get older, it's like not a lot of kids are very outgoing now. Like, you know what I mean? You might meet a few, but a lot of kids, you got to kind of like, get them out there. You got to push them to do things that they're not really comfortable doing. And they get a little nervous because they might not have the support they might need. And they need some level of support. So, I understand. But, I'm a firm believer in these phones, man. These phones do not like teach you everything you need to know. You got to go out and experience the world as itself and understand, take risks. you're gonna fail, and that's another problem. So people are scared to fail, and you got to learn how to embrace failure, because failure is what creates a dynasty, I guess. So it's real. What's you gonna show you?
And I was just gonna say that there's that, the top YouTuber used to be PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
He was doing like just watching games, 111 million subscribers. Now it's Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Yeah, new guy that got probably some money, and he could have a following by being entertaining people. And I get that. I heard something bad about PewDiePie though.
Oh,
but
I'm sure.
But I'm not going to elaborate on that right now.
I'm sure.
I'm just going to say that's another thing too. Like, these guys got big because the consumers really just made them big. It's nothing. They probably a little entertaining. Maybe if you watch their videos.
What happened to that girl that was doing the? Remember they had this thing where she would make sounds and people would pay money, and she would go like pop pop.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Is that still?
She's still popping.
They still do that?
They still do that.
What-
That's the augmented reality.
Is that Twitch or something?
No, that's TikTok.
That's TikTok Live.
Yeah.
So in TikTok Live, you can
Yeah.
send money,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You could get money from Instagram too.
and they're still doing the whole ride it like a pop pop.
Yeah.
Click, click.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, people sell themselves for quick, easy fame. It's crazy.
How is that still going? What is that even called?
Because people sell themselves for quick, easy fame. You know what I mean? It's instant gratification, like we just kind of say.
Wow.
Yeah,
wild.
and people. That's why, I don't want to get into the OnlyFans conversation, but that's what happens too.
OnlyFans. Yo, what's so crazy about OnlyFans?
Oh, thank you, Jazz. Yeah.
The crazy part about OnlyFans is that you can put like a girl with some bikinis or with a bikini on OnlyFans, and that page will make like $1,000, and it's just I don't really. It's really that crazy, like to say like dudes who just go with, and it just be some innocent bikini.
Yep.
And they'll just be like, oh man, like wow, like that's some real just like.
But that's that. But you know what though? I'm not surprised though. It's like that. It's crazy to say that though. We like the thing with the bikini girl, like, because there's a lot of guys that might not be getting a lot of action, or like they just not confident in the world or whatever's going on. Or they could be just creeps, right? But those guys are out there. They're gonna consume that. They're gonna consume that because they need that pleasure, right? Like. You know what I mean? And they pay for it. You know what I mean? They okay paying their bucks if they got the money that's comfortable for them. You know what I mean? We typically, whatever we invest in is what we want, right? Those guys getting played at the end of the day because they're paying for something they're probably never going to ever get access to, right? But, that's sad, man. It's a truth, man. We got to stop going for easy pleasures and have self-control, because we don't know how to self-control. We want that instant feeling, that instant gratification, and and it's sad because not a lot of guidance is being brought up in that aspect. We need that guidance and that understanding and learning and be okay with accepting what's failure and understand that today's school, and she said that earlier. So the school system today, man, it's like we gotta learn that like what is being taught in our schools. Kids need to learn how to socialize. Not be introverts, well, they could be introverted, but be more socially active, not antisocial, close off from the world. You are who you are at the end of the day. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room, but you gotta learn how to be okay with like talking to another human being. Not everybody's sent out to kill you. That's how I look at it. Like, every human being is just a new person to experience and understand who they're coming from. So, school systems, man, is very important. The kids are the future. I would say this. If you're a parent, I'm not a parent, so I can't say this, but like, I would say, like, at least ask your kid how they doing. How their day going. Take some time without the phone, because the phone is a very big distraction. Take the phone off the table or whatever you got to do. Because just have that one-on-one conversation. Because kids follow example. If your kid sees you doing this, more than likely they're going to do the same thing, right? So you gotta learn how to communicate with your kid too, right? Like, you have to have that same type of order. Because if we keep doing this and then they keep following our example, we're never going to get nowhere. So we gotta learn and have a nice conversation. So that's real,
Word.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we've got some video submissions from Priest
Mm-hmm.
that he wants us to check out. So we're
Ooh.
just going to randomly be playing some things.
That'd be dope.
So let's see. Uh-oh. I've seen these. This is where Instagram gets me. Is these videos.
Oh, this is why we say sister, mister, minister, monster. 7 layers of heaven. The stars are on the outermost layer. This is the start. We are a fallen angle, angel, which is a fallen angle of light into a physical body. Stars give everyone a unique and different characteristic. Without the stars, everyone would be the same. You came out of the uterus, the portal into the physical world. You were born into a specific position of the stars and the planets, which give you a specific energy and characteristic. We live in an enclosed system. The same 12 constellations have been going around since the day of creation. You are in the womb for 9 months, 9 zodiac signs. Human body is made out of 12 cell salts, which are associated with the energies of the 12 constellations. You are mineral deficient in 3 cell salts. You need to figure out what signs you're deficient in and figure out what cell salt you are deficient in. I am a Scorpio. I count back 9 months. I am deficient in these 3 signs. Take a screenshot of this table to figure out what cell salts you need. The comment that gets 0 likes wins a free book of wisdom. You are a star. This is
Yo,
why we
that's
say
crazy. He was talking about the cell salts. We could do a whole episode on cell salts alone. Like, Leos are usually deficient in magnesium. What has magnesium? Coffee, chocolate. But you'll find a lot of Leos like coffee and chocolate. There's very few Leos that don't like chocolate. I'm
Okay.
not saying every single Leo absolutely loves chocolate, but there's the tendency, for, you know what I mean, for all of them. Aquariuses crave more salt. As Pisces, it's more iron. We like beef. We like steak. We like ground beef. Floyd Mayweather, Pisces, he likes ground beef. He likes beef. You know what I mean? I'm not saying if obviously every Pisces is going to love beef. There's going to be a bunch of vegans on that. I'm just saying there's a larger tendency for certain minerals to be craved by certain signs. Sagittarius is like psyllium. Potassium is for Aries. Do you know what I mean? They might crave more potassium. So it's very interesting, but that's called the 12 cell salts, and that's what they're talking about there. Y'all could check that out. But yeah, look into that. There's a whole thing. There's a whole world of medical astrology that's pretty
Do you know anything on Geminis? Anything on that?
Yeah, so I can just Google that. So we just go into Gemini cell salt,
Yeah.
and it'll tell you right there. Potassium chloride.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
Do you know what I mean? So you can find that out. And
Potassium makes sense. I won't lie on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that one. All right.
Usually back in the day, it was difficult to get this information so fast from Google. It would just take you to astrology websites. But now with AI, it gives you an immediate AI response. And I got to say, man, it's impressive to see what AI is releasing. Because I ask it all kinds of astrology, crazy, like difficult things that I've learned, you know, through like just research. And it's there. And I'm like, yo, AI has all the info, man, if you ask it the right questions. Anyway, so y'all can check that out when you Google cell salts. Potassium chloride. Let's do the same thing for Scorpio. Because you're Scorpio, right?
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
You're a Sagittarius. That's right.
Yeah. So you already said it. Hold on.
I got him confused. Silica. Yeah, like I said. It helps with the nervous system, brain tissue, numbness, all that stuff. So it's something to look into if you're
What's
into that.
silica? What's that?
Silica is a mineral. It contains silicon and oxygen in foods. Let's see.
All right.
Oh, it's an actual just looks like it's separate. It's in certain vegetables, green beans, carrots, potatoes. It's in fruits, apples, and bananas. So it's a very specific mineral that you can get in certain things like grains and spinach, leeks.
But yeah, back to the stars though.
Yeah.
Like I do listen. I believe that. Look, one thing it took me time to really understand was the astrology part of life, and you know, because I ain't gonna lie. The Gemini thing, like I understood that much, but I didn't understand everything about your moon and your Jupiters and your superstars.
It gets crazy.
You know what I mean? Everything like that. So I didn't really pay attention. But I learned that, you know, I believe there's you're on this world on purpose, right? Like I think there's a real meaning you have, and I believe that the certain type of power that your sign provides. I believe that's real true. Like I started seeing that in my own self. Like okay, yeah, I'm an air sign. The way I think and all that type of process is there, right? Like the way I am. So I see the commonality between Geminis. You know what I mean? When I started seeing other Geminis, I started relating myself like, okay, I see how we got something in common, right? But like, yeah, I believe we are who we are on purpose, right? So I believe that no matter what, I had to be a Gemini, right? And no matter what, my time and place had to be here to relay some type of thing. You know what I mean? Whether that's a purpose, message, whatever that my life got, you know, my story has to be there for, you know? So I believe that, you know, the stars will do align and you meet people like unexpectedly, right? Those are things that also happen too. Like you never know who you're gonna meet either. Like, you know, whether it's your mother, your father, your friends, whoever you meet, you know, it's some type of game to teach you some type of life lesson or whatever, you know. But yeah, I believe, you know, we're all here on this planet on purpose, man. And like we all just trying to find our purpose at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, somebody asked, Sixer says, what's the sign for drunk, AD? And I would say Pisces. I know he's joking around, but like the Pisces, and that's my sign, is known for like wanting to escape. So they're, you know, you hear the term like drink like a fish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the Pisces fish are known to sometimes overindulge in escaping with, you know, whether it be drugs or alcohol. That's why I'm very cautious. I don't drink much, if at all. Do you know what I mean? But it just depends. It's just a tendency. Okay? Everyone can be an alcoholic.
Right.
But it's just you got to be careful because the Pisces can be more sensitive towards that area because of their wanting to escape this reality from being so sensitive to everything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So that's that. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, man. But like, see, but I do believe your sign has something to do with things. You know what I mean? I do believe that. Like, you know, it's crazy. It's actually crazy though. I learned a lot more from being a Gemini. You know what I mean? I understand my traits.
Yeah, you know your traits. You're definitely a communicator.
Oh, I'm a very strong communicator, but you might not know that. Like if you know me off the surface, you might not know that because I don't talk a lot. But when I really know or like I get comfortable with you, I could talk with the best of them. It's just that I allow other people to talk and I allow people to do their thing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because I hold back my opinions most times because you know I understand people at least from a general sense, right? So, you know, I get it. I mean, I see the traits, you know what I mean? They always label Geminis as crazy, two-faced people. And it's crazy because they always focus on the negative traits with us, but they never focus on our positives, right? It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And we're not, and I don't think we two-faced.
It's the attraction to the dark side. No, it's not a two-faced thing. It's just that there's two.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's two sides of us, right? Like
it's just two minds. Because that's why it's the twins.
Yeah.
In Greek astrology, in mythology, it's Pollux and Castor.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of examples in the Bible that are reflecting Gemini traits and stuff like that.
Yeah, see?
You'll see astrology all in the Bible.
Yeah.
It's all in there.
No, I believe it. That's what I'm saying. The stars tell a story. It's actually a real thing, you know?
Yeah.
I believe there's purposes that I came into this world that I had to like show, right? And I believe that chasing this, even be on this platform, right? This is like a blessing, right? It's generally the lines align, right? Like the stars align. Like I got here, I don't know how I got here, right? But I got here, right? At the end of the day, I live in New York. I'm from New York, right? I'm just here today. I'm in California, right? That's crazy. But yeah, of course my dad's my dad. But it's like, yo, at the end of the day, it's like all that had to align for me to get here to this point, even talking. Yeah. Nah, bro, talk.
That's what's up.
It's wild, right?
You ready for the next one?
Yeah, I'm ready for the next one. What's up?
All right, this next one. I don't know what I'm clicking on yet. So this is my first time seeing these two.
Okay.
So here we go.
Moses did not have a speech impediment. And that should tell you to know the Bible for yourself. Check it out. Moses said that he is slow of speech and slow of tongue. Now, many scholars have made that out to be some type of speech impediment. When the Bible says that Moses was mighty in words, the answer is simple. Remember, Moses was brought into Pharaoh's house as a baby and raised up in. So not only did Moses have an Egyptian accent, he also spoke Egyptian. He also spoke their language. And Hebrew was not his native tongue. Egyptian was his native tongue because he grew up speaking and learning and knowing that language. That's why he had to get Aaron. And Aaron spoke Hebrew fluently and was in Israelite society. Watch these Christian movies on Tubi. Subscribe and follow for more.
Christian movies on Tubi.
What y'all think about that?
Well, I don't know about the Tubi part, but I like that though. And I mean, very informational. Very informational. Yeah, man. You know, just because somebody speaks slowly, don't mean they have a speech impediment. You know what I mean? I kind of relate to that because I speak sometimes a little broken up, but like I get my point across sometimes. You know what I mean? Just pay attention to my words. You know, you're gonna catch on. But I agree with that. That's kind of crazy. You know, very informational.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got any opinions on that?
I don't. I'm not gonna say anything on that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Next video.
Next video? On to the next.
Video.
There
Next
we go.
slide.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what else we got here. We did the beasts one already. Let's see what this one is. Oh yeah, what was this all about?
Okay.
Hold on.
She makes her entry into the Guinness Book of World Records as the woman with the darkest skin on the planet.
Oh, wow.
Niakim Gatwach, born in the city of Gambela in Ethiopia, has entered the Guinness World Records for her naturally dark skin color.
Oh,
Age
wow.
27, she has been nicknamed the Queen of Darkness. Her parents come from the village of Maot in South Sudan, a country they fled due to civil war. Her family sought refuge in Ethiopia and then in Kenya, where she lived in camps before eventually immigrating to the United States. When Niakim Gatwach was 14 years old, she moved to the U.S. In 2017, she began studying at Minneapolis Community College. Interest in modeling sparked after participating in a local fashion show. Becoming a model, her deeply black skin sometimes attracts racist comments and remarks in Western countries, including within the industry. This woman is the darkest in the world. She makes her entry into the Guinness Book of World Records as the woman with the darkest skin.
Wow. Well, you know what they say, you know, darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. So, you know, she got something going on. But nah, real talk, that's amazing though. Like, damn, that's dark. I ain't gonna hold you on that. You know what I mean? But black is beautiful. You know what I mean? I just want everybody to know that. Right? And that's very beautiful to look at, you know what I mean? Her skin glows in the essence of darkness. So that's very beautiful. Not to be poetic, but that's real talk to me. That's how I felt.
Be poetic, man.
No, but that's how I felt, and that's how I saw it. You know what I mean? Her darkness glows. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's real talk. You know, so you look at her, you like, yo, that's wild. That's nice to look at though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? She's a model too, so you know, there you go. You know what I mean? People. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I remember back in the day. You know what I mean? I know the dark skinned girls. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A lot of people used to make fun of them, you know what I mean, for being dark skinned. It's kind of crazy how coloristic we are as kids. Mm-hmm. But, you know, that's because we don't really understand race and we don't understand tones, you know what I mean, melanin, because we get to only probably see our parents. Now, luckily for me, my parents got a very healthy blend. So I kind of understood color in a way because, you know, my dad's darker than me and my mom is way lighter than me. So it's kind of like you get a certain blend of like learning your thing. But for the kids that, if you have light-skinned parents, you're going to typically think everybody's light-skinned. And, you know, I know my cousin said something funny. He said something funny about this kid that he's probably friends with. But like he was like, oh, man, my darker cousins. And it's funny though. But he doesn't understand. Like he's young. He's like a baby toddler. So he didn't understand, but it's crazy though. Color and tone and melanin and everything like that is very important to show and everything like that. It's a shame that you're gonna get racial comments all the time and everybody talks about how bad skin is, but there's beauty in darkness, and there's beauty in the skin. You know what I mean? Melanin is a very beautiful thing because we all are very colorful people, right? You know, we have red skin, yellow skin, all that type of stuff. We gotta embrace the skin that we are in, and she definitely wearing it like perfectly. You know what I mean? I like that. I like it.
That's what's up.
Real talk. Yeah.
Anything you want to say there, producer Plug?
Nah, man. It's you nailed it all up, man. For real.
You ready for the next slide?
Yeah, man. Try it.
Next slide.
Yeah, we enjoying it.
Pre sent us another dancing guy.
Okay.
Let's go.
I probably can't play the music.
Okay.
But that looks dope. We can save that for song promotions.
Yeah, we can say that for song promotions. I like that.
Song promotions.
Can I play that video? I want to play it a little briefly. The little pop the balloon.
Oh yeah, the balloon.
I do want to play that because I actually want to explain that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Because I know it's the big thing lately. You know what I mean? If you're on YouTube and you seeing like Find Love or Pop the Balloon or whatever, you know, I hope y'all. I don't know if y'all in tune really, but it's actually a good example of like modern day relationships and connections and everything like that. How shallow we are, and how we don't know how to we judge things on first sight, and we don't really give a person a chance. You know what I mean? Now sometimes, you know, it's a point, but it shows you that sometimes your viewpoints and your values on what you think a relationship should look like is completely wrong. So, you know what I mean? You could play the ones with the ladies, the first one.
Well, this one?
Yeah, you could play the first one. You could skip ahead a little bit because they're just going to introduce the girls or whatever.
Well, I might want to see that part.
Okay, all right.
Okay, look
Yeah.
at this. Hey. Okay, look at this. Ooh. See, that's more my size right there. That's more my size.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's all you, Solo.
Oh, yeah? Nah, I don't know if she's my type, though. I don't know if she's my type. I can tell you what my type is. So far in the body, they got good bodies, but I haven't seen nothing that I really like, though.
Oh, this one too into herself. Look at that.
Nah, that's the
That's
host.
the host. Yeah,
That's the host.
I can tell that's the host right there.
Yeah, that's the host. Yeah. But you know, but this is actually a good thing to show you what the modern day and how.
Now, are these the girls popping the balloons?
Yeah, these are the girls that's popping the balloons. Yeah, and then, you know, guys come up there and they try to pretty much impress them. You know what I mean? Now,
Who
you know,
started this shit?
I assume she did. She started this whole thing because everybody started copying her style. You know what I mean? It's a good little social experiment, even though I don't think it works. But like, it's very informational though, because it shows you how shallow people are. It shows you. She's just talking right now, right? But it shows you. It just shows you how bad our viewpoints on relationships are. How a person comes up and how you automatically get denied based on what you wear, how you speak, or whatever.
Okay, so set it up. What's happening here?
Okay, so I'm gonna set you up real quick. So there's the ladies. If y'all don't know, if you don't know the experiment, most of y'all should see this on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, right?
TikTok,
So you're pretty much trying to look for love. That's the experiment that's supposed to be happening.
From
right?
these girls?
Yes, you're supposed to. You're looking for love. If you're a guy, that's your options right now. I mean, if that's your options. You just gotta play with what you got, right? Sometimes people not attracted. Sometimes people are. Who knows? But
Love for the weekend.
pretty much what they do is the guy comes up there, or girl, depending on the experiment. They come up there, pretty much say who they are, say why they're looking for love, express their qualities that they want to see in a partner, all that type of stuff, right? And the girls, based on your responses, could pop you, or even your approach. Like you could just walk up and get popped.
I would get popped immediately because I'd walk up and they'd say, "How you doing, sir? How's it going?" And I'd go to the mic. I'd be like, "What's popping?"
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna get you.
I'd be out.
No, it's very sharp, but like that's a good quick example, right? That's how it shows you how quick and shallow it is. So nobody really tried to get to know you. They really just popped it because it was a corny joke.
They
right?
pop it right when they see me. Like, pop.
But it's also your approach too, on how you are and everything like that, and it shows me, at least from the female gaze, of like how they overanalyze things sometimes, and I think they don't really get to truly know. Now, obviously, you're attracted to who you're attracted to, right?
Yeah.
You all know that. But like, you know, it just shows you how sometimes how shallow dating is. So
Any
Okay.
red flags, anything you're not liking,
She
go
gonna
ahead
explain
and
it.
pop it. And then I'll go over to a few of you, see why you ended up popping. You guys ready? Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy.
Where's the music? Dun 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 dun. dun.
Hello,
no
welcome
music.
in. I'll have
Oh,
you
they
hold
need
that.
music, yo.
What's your name?
Damn, that's
My
messed
name is
up.
Mawutin.
Wooten?
Mawutin.
Wow.
It's Yoruba.
You just
Okay,
started
and how old
talking.
are you?
I'm 27 years old,
Okay.
and I also go by Moses.
Got it,
It
okay.
was given to me by a prophet 7 days after my birth.
Oh, okay. So in this situation, do you prefer us to call you Moses?
Yeah,
Okay. And Moses, what do you do?
I am an aerospace engineer, and I'm also COO and co-founder of my own fitness tech startup that I'm building
Very
called FitKO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
Well, I like to hit the gym, lift some weights. I'm also learning boxing, to
Okay.
help with my startup, and like biking, like video essays. I'm kind of nerdy like that, where I like
So pause
video
it.
essays about psychology.
So it sounds like he's a very straightforward guy.
I feel like some of the girls wish they could unpop it once they found out he had a good job.
Yeah, no, but that's the real, you know what I mean? But it's all about your approach, right? It's all about the walking. You got to be, or he's not fly to them.
See, yeah, they don't say, well, he ain't got no watch. Pop.
He has, no, well, he's a very quirky dude because you see how he's standing, right?
That's how these girls are, man.
Look, no, look how he's standing. He's a very quirky dude, you know what I mean? He's
philosophy, stuff like that.
Got
And then after I'm done with all my responsibilities, you know,
It's the vibe they're looking for. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
they're looking for, but that's what I'm saying.
Well, those particular girls. Notice there's still girls that haven't popped theirs yet.
Of course, and they're hearing him out because they might be being nice or whatever. They at least give him a chance. I respect that, right? You know what I mean? But you're gonna see how quick shallow it could get. Roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
Yeah, that's right.
I really enjoy kindness. You know, someone I can feel comfortable around. You know, someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously, doesn't take life too seriously, and you know, we can build together and be, you know, have passion. You know, passion about our hobbies, our careers, and just be happy, passionate people together.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers.
Yeah.
Guess I'd have to say kids, but not like a direct deal breaker. I'd prefer not.
Okay.
Only because I didn't really grow up.
Damn.
I
Oh,
really
she had
grew
a
up
kid.
with, like, you know, little cousins, little sisters. So, you
Yep.
know, so I feel like I'm not, you know, built for that. But I'm not. It's not.
What's popping? What's popping?
Okay, so you don't want kids at all, or
Oh, I do
just
want
you-
kids.
Okay, you just
Yeah.
don't want to date someone with kids.
Yeah.
Or that's not a preference for right now.
I see it a little in my future because
Okay.
right now I see myself, I'm like building my castle, you know, before I bring, you know, my princess in, you know?
Okay, all right. So we did get a
Pause
few
it.
pop balloons.
Pause.
Let's go on over to those.
Yeah,
He's
very
down to 2 more.
well. Yeah, he's down to 2 more, but very well explained though. He kind of said, "Look, man, I don't care how you come across. He's naturally himself, right? He is who he is at the end of the day. Now, man, most of those girls, you're not gonna want them anyway. But
Yeah.
the same point is though, you know, he came across. He explained exactly what he feels like. He typically is just trying to say that he wants a girl that he could work with and build with and have something that makes sense for himself. You know what I mean? He said it himself. He said the kid's not a big deal. Obviously, he will prefer a girl that with no kids. But, you know, they already popped him for the fact that he said, I'm not too sure. But, see, they didn't really get to know or understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Give him a chance, and maybe he will work with you.
Yeah,
But-
Minty Hopetep says she made it pop with authority.
There we go. But that shows,
Conviction.
but no, that shows you that. But that's the shallowness that we go through, right? Like, you know, you already. She said a couple pops, right? That's majority that popped, right? It's only 2 girls left. They're gonna pop him later anyway. You know that for a fact, right?
I mean, not necessarily.
no, but
Because
look,
to each his own, and maybe one of these 2 thinks that he has potential.
all right, rotate. Let's see.
We can never tell. You'd be surprised
Yeah,
the certain types of guys girls like.
Of
Ladies,
course,
who
yeah, I
might
know.
Popping. Okay, let's start right on over here with your name and age.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm 24.
And Jasmine, what do you do?
I'm a cosmetologist and I do fitness on the side.
Oh, cool.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, I just waited a little bit just because I like to hear people out, you know. But I do have 2 kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
she had 2 kids.
Obviously, you know, you said the
Yeah,
kids.
you know, not a deal breaker per se, but you know,
Oh, it's too late.
Got it. But she's someone that's your type.
I'd say she's my type. She's very pretty. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's got a nice smile.
I
you.
ain't got no type.
Let's go on to our next lady over
Let's
here.
go.
Your name and age.
My name is Alexis. I'm 24.
And Alexis, what do you do?
I work for the state of Arizona.
Very cool. So obviously, I don't know if you noticed, we do got twins here. Did you notice that?
I notice now.
Oh, I see it now.
yeah. I mean,
Sorry, a little,
One of them
a
got
little slow
heels on.
sometimes.
And Alexis, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just not physically attracted. Look, you're very handsome, but
Don't worry,
yeah.
I'll hold on to that compliment for at least 10 years.
okay.
And I know you said
Pause
she's
it
your
too.
type, and with them being
Pause.
twins.
Yo, rejection. Look, man. Yo, rejection's a very humbling experience. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean nothing wrong. That's very shallow based. But like, it's so funny how quick she's just. She's like, you're just not physically attractive.
You've seen it get nasty on this show,
huh? I seen it get bad.
You've seen fights almost break out. I've seen them go into arguments.
I've seen arguments, yeah, because it's almost debating your point, right? And I'm a type of person that says never debate your point. If she's not into you, it's all right. You know what I mean? Stick to what your standards and what you provide, right? And understand that, like, at the end of the day, you're a stand-up guy, man. There's no reason to fight that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even argue all that.
They shouldn't even talk to these girls. They should go right to the girls with balloons.
Huh? Oh no, because they gotta give the girls with the balloons a chance to see the red flags. I'd
have been like, yo, let's just talk to the balloon girls and F the rest of these chicks. You know what I'm saying?
But the reality is, this experiment to me, it doesn't really.
I get it.
Provide what works. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be finding love. Now, you know me. I'm not the type of person that says find love. You gotta just come across it, right? Like this is too much of an experiment.
You just got to be the best you and let love find you.
I think you're not really understanding
I get it from the show's point of view.
Nah,
I'm trying to take it from his point of view.
You really got.
You know what I'm saying?
You really just got to see how, like, he's saying, like, how modern day women.
Yeah.
They live in a certain type of delusion. You know?
You gotta see which delusion you fit in.
And this guy, you know, it don't matter if he has like the best company, he can be whatever but it's not what they want.
Yeah, each of these girls might be looking for something completely different.
Oh, instant gratification.
So, like the first one was talking about he don't like kids. The kids thing was her priority. She's not looking for a mate. She's looking for a father.
But hey,
for the kids.
Hey, but I raised this though. Look, it's the fact that, like, it's really what they want for a quick, easy pleasure. So if like, it might not even, let's take this dude out.
Okay.
It could be a fly, tall dude. You know what I mean? Very charming.
Why you gotta be tall?
Because you gotta fit the exact female, exactly what the woman wants, right?
I'll take the short one.
He could be very built up and everything like that, right? And look, there's another guy right there. Boom, good example. But look, like, just because, and it all it has to do is fit the certain fly that's in the mind, right? And it's not really what is going to create a general connection. Of course, attraction matters a lot, right? We all know that. But like, it's that guy had never had a chance.
All right, you want to see the next dude? Maybe this guy got more swag.
All right, let's see it.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
You know what, Riz?
So my name is Jairus Williams.
There you go.
Jairus Williams.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 26.
26, and what do you do?
So I'm a Marine vet, and I'm a Christian recording artist. I sing.
Nice. Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
Well, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I love the water. I'm a water baby, so
okay.
You know, I'm the only home birth out of all 8 children. Wow. So I love the water because I was born in the water.
Balloons.
So I'm a little fishy,
Not
you know.
bad.
I'm a little, you know.
Oh, okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
She got to be God-fearing for sure. And she got to be kind. She got to be gentle. She got to be loving. And she also got to support her man in everything that he do, just like I'm going to support you in everything that you do.
Got it. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Somebody who's not willing to listen, willing to learn, willing to grow in their relationship with God. I understand that some people may not know who God is or never have an experience with God. But if you're willing, like God expects us to be, I can rock with that.
Okay. All right. So we did get a pop balloon.
That's all right.
Let's head on over there and see why she ended up popping. Hello. If we can start off with your name.
My name's Jasmine. I'm 24.
What happened?
Jasmine, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think you're very handsome,
Sure.
you know, but it's just not really my type. But you're very handsome.
Okay.
And I love the words.
Oh, damn. How it happened like that?
And so what makes him not really your type?
He likes God.
Well, I think he's really handsome. I just think that, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And he spoke beautiful words, and I love that, you know, but it's just not really my, I think maybe the girl, maybe that.
No, she's
I'm from Texas.
Wow.
So
Let's pause this.
That's how we get
Whoa,
down.
Let's pause this real
whoa,
quick.
whoa.
Because I had to say this
She
real
said
quick.
the grill?
She says grills. Yeah, grills. In.
Oh, damn.
And you see how, but like, she was looking for a reason. She didn't really know why she popped the balloon. To be honest, she really actually didn't know.
So you could be handsome, but if you have a grill, she didn't like it.
Nah, I mean, you got to be a specific type of fly, right?
For that girl.
For that girl, no, for many girls. But it's a certain type of fly she's looking for, and that's just not what she's looking for, right? And
Yeah.
real talk, you know what I mean? Whoever's going to come across in the show is who's going to come across in the show.
Yeah.
Can't choose
It's
to.
nice though.
Yeah.
That's why that's one thing I say about the experiment I like is that it's random people. They don't really know each other. Now, obviously, some of these people are looking for clout, all that type of stuff, because they on this big time show now. So I get that, right? But like I'm just saying, see how quick she had to find the reason why. Like, okay, well, I popped my balloon, so now I gotta make up something that said, and it might not even be the truth, right?
I wouldn't even be offended. I would hear a pop and just think, she's probably a Taurus.
There you go. But like, you know what I mean? It just shows you though. But it's like, okay, well, you know, it's sad because, you know, and this guy could have said too, like, it's sad because I found you attractive. You know, I would love to take you on a date, you know what I mean? And actually grow a real building relationship with you. So you never know what somebody's going to say or like how they connect with you. But she already popped the balloon. She already lost that chance now. So
Yeah. I mean, she's doing him a favor.
Well, she got 2 kids.
I wish it was that easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Real talk.
Before you even go on the date, just give her the balloon and be like, you gonna pop that?
Yeah. No, but here's the thing though. It's real. You know what I mean?
Get right to it. All right, let's go.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Okay. And now, is she someone that's your type?
She's very beautiful. I don't really do a whole lot of approaching.
Okay.
So, not that I'm against it or anything like that, but she's definitely very, very beautiful. So, absolutely.
Thank you. Let's go to our next
I'd
lady.
have been like,
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Alexis. I'm 24, and I popped my balloon because, like my sister said, you're very handsome. You're, very well put together. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
It's just not like you're not.
Wait. How is he getting popped right now, though?
Wow.
He's not even talking. He said thank you, and there's 2 pops.
Yeah, because this is something I even learned socially too, right?
What are they judging though? Like he's responding to questions.
No, he's not doing nothing wrong.
He said
the
thank
delusion.
you.
The delusion will make you think he's doing everything wrong. No, he's not. It's funny though. Once, and this is why I see the flaw in the experiment.
How are they popping?
Once girls make a certain decision, they kind of typically make it together, right? So they all like this person. Like she could just look up for whatever red flag she thinks she sees, right? That girl would think, okay, that is the problem, and now therefore I have to find another problem with him too.
That's true. You make a good point because by the girls hearing other girls rejecting him, it puts stuff in their brain that they didn't think about.
Yes.
And girls think, oh, I didn't know he had a grill. Pop.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that from this distance because I'm way over here on this side of the stage.
They already made it their decision. Okay, and it's that's why I said the because if you see what the guy side of it is a little bit more logic based. Like they might just not be but like that is I see red flags here, pop, and most girls are gonna be like, no,
it's a group thing.
It's a group thing because she look, that's already 2 girls back to back saying they rejected him already, right?
Yeah, it's social proof.
Yeah.
If a girl sees that you're liked by other girls, it increases your social value.
Of course. So if there was a guy
subconsciously.
So if there's a guy, like I said, the fabricated guy that's going to walk in there and everybody's going to keep their balloons and he has the perfect choice of any of those girls, that's the guy who's going to typically win in these things. Now you might work with somebody that has more chemistry with you and they actually hearing you out and everything like that. Then that's I haven't seen every episode, but I've seen like enough. Right. And this is the problem sometimes, It's not he's not doing nothing wrong. He's having a nice conversation and girls are just popping the balloon just off of nothing.
I just can't believe that.
Because they made up a problem in their head. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That's okay.
All right. So I know you said you don't do a lot of approaching, and they are sisters. So you said you.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't do that. I'm a man of God, so. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't say you approached them both. I meant saying like they're twins.
Oh, okay, awesome, okay.
So I know you said she was, she was ready for all that stuff. So is she someone that's your type as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Just wasn't approach.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to our next lady here. Your name and age?
Alaya, and I'm 25.
All right, and Alaya, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
It's the water thing. I have a fear of the water.
Oh,
I
come
can't swim
on.
to save my life, so that wouldn't be a good match for me.
I can't swim either, so.
The water thing?
I'm being honest.
But you love the water?
I got a life jacket. I'll stay with him. So I got one for you too. I had one for you.
It was
prepared.
You prepared. Yeah, but it was the water thing. I thought that was like a big thing for you. It was like in your lifestyle, and I didn't want to be,
See?
She don't like the water.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Pause it.
Okay.
I wanna say this too.
She said it was the water.
I want to keep pausing each girl, but it's like, but here's the thing though. That's what happens though. You know what I mean? She already ran with she already ran with the thing of, yo, this guy loves water. I hate being around water, and I can't accept that change in my life.
Mhm.
So I gotta end this problem before it gets to an issue.
This is why you got to be mysterious.
No, this is why you gotta understand.
And don't say any elements.
Nah, but
could
that's
be air, could be earth. Whatever.
but that's something you gotta like, gain understand. This is what I mean. Like, I'm a big advocate for connection. You know what I mean? And this is how quick it can be. And this is like a very easy experiment of the dating world. Like, even approaching girls, we preach whatever. Like, it's like this. You could get turned down. The girl might give you a number just because you just said the right thing, right? And you just met it with a certain type of fly and aesthetic and mystery, like you said, right?
She's afraid of the water. She's a fire sign.
He's pretty much telling you. Most of these guys are gonna tell you exactly what they want, right? They're gonna exactly say it, and they're gonna be like, yeah.
Is there one that's reversed?
Yeah, of course they have reverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
of course they have reverse. Because you have to do it.
You
You got to flip the two sides of the coin. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, the female, what they think is a female contestant. You know what I'm saying?
A life jacket for you.
I don't know, but it seemed like
you
you
want
want
to keep going on this one, or you want
You can skip ahead.
go to another dude?
Skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
They just go
Just
along
piercings.
the line.
Oh, okay. I respect that.
Just piercings. Yeah, we know.
So that all physical stuff so far, besides the water.
Yeah.
Let's go on over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
So my name is Paris. I'm 28. Hi. So I popped my balloon because I'm an ominous, and I don't want it to get to a point where it's just like it becomes forceful in the situation. Like everything you list
I don't know.
is cool. Like I'm like a person that I'm supportive of everything and
I'm
everybody
I'm
and
saying,
whatever they're
I'm saying quick, easy terms.
What's ominous?
Ominous? No, I'm gonna say it in regular terms.
I thought it was like when you arrive, you're like, I'm in this bitch. No, that's not it.
No, but I'm gonna say in the terms that I got it from. Right? I'm still searching for other options. All the ladies rejected you, so now I could get to see, okay, maybe the grass is green on the other side, and maybe there's somebody fly than you. I'm sorry, I can't make this work because all the girls already agreed that it's already over. You know what I mean? There's nothing you could do. And we're gonna point out the smallest detail about you, and we're gonna say why we don't like it.
She said she's ominous.
When the guy that's gonna walk in, right? Because you gotta pay attention to what they're saying, right? Everything they're saying, but I'm pretty sure if the guy came in with the exact flyness that they want, they're gonna take it. So a guy could come in there, look the right fly, and say, I love the water, and that girl probably never popped that balloon. It's crazy. It's all about your aesthetic and what's being based off the surface.
It's presumptuous to think that he even wants those girls, though.
No,
so it's like all that popping is doing him a favor.
Yeah, no, it is giving you a favor because
You know what I'm saying?
that's why I said it's a good lesson for guys too. You know what I mean? Take the rejection and
You saving time
and
this way.
see how quick and shallow it is. You know
Well,
what I
she
mean?
says she's ominous. That means giving the impression that something bad or unpleasant is going to happen, threatening, inauspicious.
She don't know, but like she never really got the chance to really know him, right? So
Yeah, but that's a red flag for her.
yes, of course. That means she's already suspicious
She's
of
like,
somebody.
I'm ominous. What?
She's already overly reading you, and you gotta understand that's how most girls are. They're gonna read you from every bits of toe. It's okay, but like she's already saying that you bring a certain energy, and no, he's probably just being honest with himself. He's looking for a real girl that's because she don't align with the church stuff probably, right? And it's something that she doesn't align with. That's what she's rejecting, and that's the real truth. She just won't say it.
Are you ready for the next person?
Thank you.
And what are some things like to do for fun?
I like to play basketball. I'm getting into photography, and pretty much just hang out with my friends. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
She don't like basketball.
And what are some things you look for in a woman?
You just pretty much just have to want to be led by a man. Pretty ambitious, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. What are some deal breakers?
If you do have children, I want to start a family of my own, and then pretty much, I just got to be able to show like my mother like your Instagram and stuff. Can't be doing too much and you laughing. It's like
okay.
she got to approve pretty much.
All right. Approve on the Instagram.
Have to.
Okay, all right. So we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see what's going on.
We already know the first.
All right, let's start with your name and age.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm 24.
Kind of skip across.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
You can skip this girl. I've seen enough
I
of
think
her.
he's pictures with different outfits and stuff, and I don't know what, and she don't understand like.
Oh, they go to them
creative,
first.
artsy
Yeah, they go to
things,
girls
and
that
she
they don't
understand
want first.
Okay.
where I'm
So,
going with
I thought they
it.
were just going down the line every time.
No. So they go to the girls that
Now,
reject
has your
them.
mom told you no?
Okay.
on the
What?
same page, so we just had to break things off, and we were together for 2 years.
When you
He
say
got the
we, it
most
was like,
unpopped balloons.
you
though.
and him, or
Yeah.
As in trust issue? No, it was him.
okay.
It's the hat,
Pause it.
yo.
So-
it's the hat. When you wear a backwards hat, it just helps.
But no, it just fits her type, right? Like it's literally like that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So he could surpass whatever guidelines they said before, right? He's already the type of fly that she could work with, right? Like that's the real truth. So the girls who keep the balloons, they're like, okay, you know what I mean? He's a taller guy, attractive guy.
Why you
whatever.
gotta be tall?
No, I'm just saying that's what those girls like. They like a taller guy. I'm not dissing all the short guys out there, but that's what some
I like
girls
the
like.
shorties.
That's real. That's real. I like that.
We got John Mai says dudes are on the chopping block to a bunch of narcissistic women.
I wouldn't say they're all narcissists. It's just that they don't, sometimes they don't have proper guidance. But it's real talk though. He's already met that exact thing. So his fit is calm. He got the exact aesthetic, right? He already came in the right clothes. He's probably said exactly what he's already
He's
said.
got the backwards hat.
So she right now at this point, she's probably looking for red flags. So play it.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
Your name
good.
and age and the answer to his questions.
I'm Asia. I'm 25. My last relationship was about like 2 years ago. Lasted for 3 years, and it ended because it was just extremely toxic. Yeah, it was terrible.
Probably pretty much the same thing. Was it like toxic?
Was I
both ways?
toxic?
Both ways. I mean.
Well, I did have a hand to play, but not initially.
Okay.
Can they pop the balloon during this conversation?
Of course.
No.
Everything's fair.
That's
Everything,
embarrassing.
That's a very fair game. That's a very fair game. And it's fun. It's okay. It's okay.
So what are you into? Pop.
Pop.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
You look like you ain't believing it. What's going on?
She said she had a hand to play with it. I mean, I don't. I'm 26 now. I'm not that I don't really have time for that. It's like
Yeah, no, I don't do the toxic stuff.
toxicity for
That's
me
why
now.
it's
It's kind of like
done. That's why it's done.
Everybody don't like
respect it,
toxic.
I went your separate
It's
ways.
smart
But
to rock the green, because that looks like money.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
No jokes aside there.
Yeah, no, it's real though.
Let's go on over here. Ooh.
Wow.
We'll be back.
Yo, there's something to this, man. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Your name and age
Shout out to John Mai, $1.99.
and the answer to his questions.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm 25. So my last relationship was 2022. We were together like 5 months, not long, but he had like issues. Like he was a liar. Nothing he said added up. He get mad a lot, like tantrums and stuff, and I didn't want to.
You know what's funny though? I'll pause this again.
Okay.
Pause.
Real quick. A lot of these girls gonna base things on non-real relationships either. Like some of them kind of be more like situations. So they'll go towards like, yo, what was your last situation? It really wasn't your real relationship. You know what I mean? It was just two people that wasn't really supposed to be together that bonded together, and then they decided to stay together for their own immaturity. And I think that's what it comes. That's what happens too most times with modern dating too. A lot of us is not really mature enough for like real relationships to really establish a real connection. And that happens too.
You
And-
got to be mature. Like Eye to Eye says, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Well, if you want to see the other side of it too, like if anybody wants to see the other side of it, let me know, because the other side of it is just the same. It's just in a flip perspective. Like you just see what guys typically why they pop their balloons. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, pause.
Pause. Yeah, pause. That sounds crazy. That did sound crazy. I'm gonna lie on that. I'll give you that one. yeah, that was wild. That was a wild.
That's hilarious.
I was trying to be educational, y'all. Just know that. But yeah,
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, let's yeah, skip all this.
skip
Skip all this.
ahead.
We don't care about them. All right, let's
Let's
go.
see the female.
Yep.
I'm a gymnast and I also do cheerleading too. I started back that. So yeah, those are like the things I do. And I started a TikTok account like a week ago. And
Okay.
then also I post on YouTube.
Oh.
Hey,
And
very
that's
nice. So what are some things you look for in a man?
Really, I'm looking for someone that knows what they want, someone that came here with the intention of finding love, and also someone that's like ready to settle down and has an end goal of getting married.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
I guess I would say someone that's unsure of what they want. If you're not ready to get married, like in the next few years, you're not really someone that I'm looking for.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. So we did get a few pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping those balloons. All right, let's start right on over here.
Would you pop?
We can have your name and age.
Oh, here
My name is Johnny, and my age is 34.
And Johnny, what do you do?
I'm a personal trainer.
Okay. Very cool. And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon because she's a doctor, for one. It's not a bad thing. It's just that I smoke a lot, and I know it's probably going to be a problem for her.
Okay.
And, yeah, to be honest.
I don't know. Some doctors are really into.
only
Some doctors are really into weed. He don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That was a risky assumption. Put in the chat room if y'all would pop or not pop.
This girl?
Yeah. Would you pop?
I'll have to hear her out a little bit more. You know, what I mean,
Reason for real.
she's a good looking girl, but yeah, like I'll have to hear her out a little bit more.
No pop yet, basically.
No pop yet. I'll just
pop
kind of
yet.
listen to her.
Like, you look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So is the smoking a problem for you with you being a doctor?
I'm gonna speed
Yes,
it up.
I don't really
Yeah, speed
like
it up.
cigarette
He was right though.
smokers,
He was right.
but-
I don't really smoke cigarettes. It's other things, but, not cigarettes.
So is Johnny someone that is your type?
Yeah. That motherfucker watched the Killah
that
Priest.
live.
He watched the Killah Priest podcast.
Yeah.
very
There you
fit.
go.
And so, yeah, I like that.
Thank you, Johnny. Let's go on over to our next guy here. Your name and age.
I'm Justin. I'm
Oh, he
34.
smoked too.
And Justin, what do you
Oh,
do?
hell yeah.
Well, I'm the CEO of a logistics company nationwide, semi-truck cleaning and fleet company.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, I mean, she's a very beautiful lady. It just seemed like she was a little downspoken. She wasn't very confident when she walked out. I like outspoken people, straight to the point. Like, hey, what's up? I'm here. This is what we got going. So
Oh,
nothing
he wants an Aries.
against you.
Okay.
She seemed like a very nice person. But, you're not loud enough for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Aries
that's
or
fair.
a
I mean,
Gemini.
honestly, I'm like really nervous being here.
Oh, I could tell, That's why I don't want to use that against you, but that's what it is for right now, so.
That's fine.
And now is Justin? That's the name? Justin. Is Justin someone that's your type?
Not really. Just not really the type that I typically go for. But yeah, you're very handsome. And,
Yep.
When you say type then and then you call me handsome, you mean like, in what way? What kind of type?
He's like, what you mean?
I guess maybe someone a little more taller, but
Oh, why you gotta
guess
be
my
there?
preference, I
I
guess.
told you.
I got you, you know what I'm saying?
I told you. I
Because
told
she
you.
got heels on.
I told you the height. The height has
It's
its.
because she got heels on.
So we do still have quite a few balloons left unpopped. So I
But
am going to
I
go
wanna
ahead and
pose
have
it
you
again.
ask these guys a question
Pause.
just to help us narrow.
But you see how guys, I'm just gonna say it like this. These guys, they're willing to hear it. They're gonna eventually pop these balloons, right? Because sometimes people just don't line. But we're willing to hear you out though. You know what I mean? Hear with a line, and both the reasons are very valid for the pop the balloon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already know I'm not your type.
He said he was in the pharmaceutical industry.
Nah, but at least they're hearing them. She looks like a very introverted girl. Shy. She's very conservative, so that's a very bonus. A lot of guys are gonna like that. She's dressed nice.
To each his own.
Yeah, and real talk. I might not want to have that, right? That's probably not my ideal. Like what
That's
I like.
that's not your style.
That's probably not gonna keep my attention that I need. But she seemed like a nice guy, and then they probably gonna go. They probably hear more about her, and they probably not gonna like things.
Yeah.
So you see,
Going
see
down
a
the
couple of them already pop based on that.
rather than just
Oh yeah.
like ghosting me and like ignoring my messages. So I feel like communication, loyalty, those are all very important. Obviously not cheating and things like that. And then also making time for each other. So like I'm not someone like I don't expect someone to take me on a date like every single week, like all the time. Like I understand. And then like there's free things that we can do. Like one of my
Okay. Want to see the next one?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next
Yeah,
single
but
lady.
we can actually end it right now.
I want to see the single ladies.
All right, let's see the single ladies.
I want to see what the
Welcome
Let's see
in.
the
What's your
single-
name?
Hi,
Oh, wow.
I'm Kiana.
Okay.
Kiana, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29, and what do you do?
I'm a director of events and logistics.
Hey, Pop.
I host events all over the valley,
Pop.
but I'm,
Too tall
I'm
for
mainly
me.
known
Too
for
tall?
a tarot reader. I'm the best tarot reader in Phoenix. And
like to climb.
sorry, I'm the best tarot reader in Phoenix. I also I am the executive of the Hype Network, and I host
The Hype
classes,
Network, that
aerobics
makes
and step
sense.
classes with my girl Bianca, and I model and many, many others.
Okay, very cool. So you do a lot.
Yeah.
And now, what are some things you look for in a man?
He bought that for the
Honesty,
modeling.
trust. I feel like hustler has such like a bad connotation, but someone that can keep me going too. Like I really want to be able to like be inspired, and so that's very important to me.
Okay. See the next one.
You not impressed?
I mean,
You not impressed?
I just want to see all the
Oh, you want to see
who the show has chosen as the single lady.
Oh, the
All
single
right,
ladies.
let's go ahead and
You
bring
wanna
out our
see-
next single
Nah,
lady.
They typically look good. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Jovanay.
Jovanay, how old are you?
28.
28, and what do you do?
I am a assistant community manager, and I'm also working to get my real estate license right now.
Okay. All right, and now what are some things you like to do for fun?
Pop or no pop?
I like to gather my friends and family together. I like to, honestly, I like
Hold
to.
on. This thing, she talks too fast. Yo, I have this on 1.5 playback for the sake of time. So she's not really speaking that fast. I'm just trying to run through this quick so that we can just keep it moving.
Turn on my music and pour some wine and cook. Just hang out at home with my dog, and just sometimes I like to go out, but it just depends on like where we're going. But yeah.
All right, and now what are some things you look for in a man?
I look for an honest man, a man that has a lot of patience, one that is, emotionally stable as well, someone that is on a path to spirituality
pop.
with the Most High. So I look for that.
Okay, got it. And now what are some of your red flags? Like that you...
Infidelity
deal breakers, I guess.
is a red flag. Infidelity, any domestic type of situation. So if you're not able to handle a conversation or have a mature conversation, I just don't do loud conversations at all. That also has to tie in with the emotional maturity as well. So those are like my main red flags. Also, someone who's not able
pops
to
yet.
set a boundary for themselves and also respect boundaries as well. So.
All right,
Hey,
cool.
what's talking?
So as you see here, we have no pop balloons. So what that means, I'm going to go ahead and switch it on over to you. So for the first round, I am going to have you pop... how many balloons should we do? Let's do 2 balloons.
Oh, so
I'm gonna have you
she
pop
gets
2
the
balloons
pop?
just based off of, who doesn't
see, I
really fall
didn't
into your
notice
type or whatever it may be. So let me hand you this, and you can just go ahead and pop those
She gonna
2.
pop the
and I'll
shoulder
ask you what you ended
dude.
up popping.
I think she gonna pop.
Hey, why is it got to be about height?
I'm telling you, that's what's the first thing that always. I'm telling you.
Okay, and one more.
See, he wasn't that short.
All right, we can stay down here.
She don't like his glasses.
All right, let's start with your name.
I'm Justin, 34.
Okay, and Justin, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Well, she's very well spoken. She seems like a lady who knows what she wants. I'm approaching 35. I feel like I've done what I need to do as a young man, and I'm
that's
stepping
'cause
into the
he's
next
short.
level. She seemed like she was up there at the next level. Other than that, that's the only reason why I kept
Because
it
he's short.
unpopped.
It's because she's too tall.
So why did we end up popping his balloon?
It is just the height.
I knew it.
Missing out.
Yeah.
She's too tall.
You know what I'm saying?
It would just be the height for me, I would
She's a
say.
tall girl. We need a nice little shorty, man.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Like, yo, I'm gonna say the first thing that comes to it.
It's not their fault. They're born 5'9".
No, it's not.
It's
their
not
fault.
these girls' fault.
It's nobody's fault. Everybody's body's who they are, right? But
They have to go up. I understand.
the question is, how did I know that though?
Well, because she's a tall girl.
Yeah, I already knew, but you already know what's already being triggered. She's like, all right, short dudes can't get.
Well, their height and lower.
That's the first thing they're gonna look at. They look at the appearance. Is the guy looking good enough for?
You put a short girl there, and she's got all the options in the world.
You'd be surprised. They still choose.
I work
the
in
po-
sports. I lead an athlete marketplace and help source NIL deals for athletes.
Very cool. What are some things I can do for fun?
I love the gym. I'm really active. I also love my dogs. I love reading.
Okay. Now, what are some things you look for in a man?
I love to see discipline. I enjoy empathy, and I would say that seeing leadership in females in leadership positions is not scary or intimidating.
Okay. Now, what are some deal breakers?
Pop or no pop?
Multiple baby mamas.
I would have popped.
Yeah, I would have popped too.
I would say someone that isn't understanding
pop?
or patient.
I'd have popped.
That's another big one.
Okay, cool.
She's not
so,
my type.
No pop balloon.
What about you?
Okay, right when I said
She's
that, we
not
got
my
one.
type.
Let's go over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Would you
Hi,
pop?
my name is Bassi. I'm 36. You do look good, by the way. The reason why I popped the balloon is because I don't see any chemistry. So yeah, that's just the reason. Yeah, that's the reason why. Yeah. But
There it is. See how the man talks about chemistry. Okay, let's see. Next one.
Yeah, you usually see that. All right, next girl.
Trying to see next girl.
Okay. All right.
Brisa, how old are you?
Wow, before she even said anything.
29. And what do you do?
I'm a legal specialist.
Okay, nice. What are some things I can do for fun?
I go kayaking
Pop or no
and
pop?
I do yoga and Lyra.
Nice. And what are some things you look for in a man?
Someone who's genuine, who's able to have really good banter with me. Someone's funny. Just really relaxed. Yeah.
Nice. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Smoking of any kind and excessive alcohol use. But other than that,
Yeah.
So we did
Oh,
get
he did it with bare hands.
Nah, they from the hood. They not
All
like
right,
that.
let's start with
already
your name and
know.
age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Paul.
She was all right.
She all right. I wouldn't pop yet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pop yet. I would hear her out. Give her a chance. You know what I mean?
Right.
She might not be my type, but I'll hear her out for like a good couple.
You should be on this show, Solo.
I would never be on that
Come
show.
on, you
I
gotta
would-
be on this.
I would never be on that
But
show.
no, you wouldn't be on the show as a popper. You should be on the show as a contestant.
As a contestant, as a person that just comes on there.
Yeah.
Nah, they're not.
I bet you'd have a lot of unpopped balloons.
I would have a good couple pop balloons.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
it's only because I won't fit that particular flower. I'll have.
You never know.
I mean, no, you never know. You know what I mean? But I might not.
You know they get paid a little something too. That's the
Yeah,
point.
yeah, of course.
Isn't this shot in L.A.? It looks like an LA type of thing.
I think they go wherever they go, and I think the studio. I think
I'll try to book it for you.
I don't know.
I can look it up.
AD, please don't do that.
I have an agent. I have an agent that can do whatever I need. I'll have him find a booking for this.
Trust me, I don't need to be on this show. Trust me, because I like to make connections off the realness.
I don't know. It'd be perfect. We'd be like, or you'd be one of the guys that gets to pop a balloon.
Nah, I don't want to be like that either, because I'm not that shallow. I
mean, it's not about shallow. Come on.
You gotta be shallow.
There's gonna be girls you're gonna pop.
There's gonna be girls I'm gonna pop. That's why.
You would be great for this show.
I'm gonna be like, nah, she already not looking right for me. But you know that's what I'm saying.
But just pop it. I would proudly pop.
I'm not that shallow. I try to keep my options open, but then.
But I would wait for her to speak. Okay, here we go. This one's more my size.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single lady. Hello, welcome in. What's your name? Giovanna, how old are you?
32.
And what do you do?
Shorter. I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay, and what does that entail? Like, what businesses do you have?
I'm in finance. I have a tax office.
Okay, very nice. And now, what are some things that you do for fun?
I like to do Pilates. I like hiking, going out for walks, going out to try new restaurants, things like that.
Got it. And now, what are some things you look for in a man?
I'm looking for someone traditional, someone honest, a provider, loyalty, things like that.
Okay. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Drinking, multiple kids.
Okay, so we did get a couple of pop balloons. Okay. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping. Okay, let's start with your name and age and why you ended up popping.
All right, my name is Bassi. I'm 36. I'm gonna be 37 in a couple of days. Yeah, so yeah. The reason why I popped the balloon because I know you do look good. I like what you're wearing. The only issue is just I don't feel any chemistry. Yeah, that's just it. But you do look good though. Yeah.
That camera.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
No. No.
Okay, and why not?
Height, mainly. Okay. That might be an issue.
Too short?
You're not the same height.
What? I'm 6 foot.
Oh.
What?
How tall are you?
5 feet, but in these heels, I feel like I'm giving a little bit taller.
No.
I'm 6 foot. You know that, right? Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, I'd have popped that too.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'd have popped that too. I would have heard that and popped it.
And why you ended up popping your
Wow, isn't that crazy how the personality will just change the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to see how they be unpopped. And then they say the certain thing, and then boom.
Yeah, no, you gotta hear somebody out, and it's a quick response. You don't really get to know these people deeply.
And what's your name?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. But
Boy, these outfits, yo.
Yeah, no, you gotta come. You gotta come dressed up and looking nice. You know what I mean?
Damn.
You know, what I mean, it relates to her personality. I hear her out.
Yeah.
I hear her out.
What are some things you look for in a man?
Someone that's kind, a gentleman, marriage-minded, likes to have fun as well, has a growth mindset, ambitious, all of that.
Got it. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
I would say any drugs or if you smoke a lot, like every day.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. All right, so we do have...
He's getting ready to.
Okay, not anymore. We do have one that popped. Let's go on over here and ask him why he ended up popping. Your name
See,
is?
weed over everything, man.
And why you popped your balloon?
Hi, my name is Bassi. I'm 36.
Oh, you don't
look good, by the way.
smoke?
The reason why I popped it is because somebody else told me that I'm too short, so I figured you're taller than me, so I probably won't be your type. So
He's stupid.
But is she your type?
She
That's
was
a
all
joke.
right. Yeah, but I mean, I just had to pop. Yeah.
It's a joke.
Okay. Oh. Is he someone that's your type?
I mean, I feel like you popped your balloon prematurely because, I mean, I'm wearing heels, so I don't know what your height limit is.
I'm 6 foot. It just, I don't know. Yeah.
So is she too tall for you? Is
That
what you're
last
saying?
girl messed him up.
I mean, I just had to pop it because I figured she was going to say that I'm like too short for her. So I don't know.
Oh,
So,
man.
I mean,
Oh, no, you can't do that.
That's fine.
All right, pause that.
Okay.
That's something you don't do.
He messed it up because she said that he was all right.
That's why you hit people out. That's why you give people a chance. Because you look good. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie, she look good. He didn't give himself a chance.
Yeah.
And you can't do that either.
And she was already down. She wasn't even
Yeah,
worried
she
about
was-
all that.
Yeah, you already killed yourself, man. You shouldn't do that. You
Messed
know what
up
I mean?
his own potential.
If that was his reason, that's a bad reason. I would say that's too
Guys
shallow.
do that in real life too.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't
all the time.
You don't know
Yeah.
what she's thinking. You can't
Yeah.
assume anything.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's why you gotta let things be open. See what she says. You
Yeah.
know, I'd rather have the one-on-one conversation first, before I want to pop the balloon anyway.
Yeah.
So I would have to hear it out. If I really hit no real red flags, you hit red flags right away. But nah, that's very informational. Yeah, it's crazy.
Interesting.
Yo, take me off of real quickly because I gotta go to.
You got a code 10?
Yeah, I got the code 10 real quick. I'll be
Yeah.
right back. You could keep playing if you want.
Yeah, I'll go to another one.
Yeah, go
I'll
to
go
another one. Keep your opinions open.
Let's see.
Just give me like a strong good 3 minutes.
Okay, let's see. I can go full screen.
All right.
Someone said we should get Rasul on this show.
Oh, that'd be great. I know Rasul got opinions.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. We'll
All
start.
right.
We'll start right here.
Hello, hello. Welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
My name's Ryan.
Ryan?
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
And Ryan, how old are you?
I'm 26.
26. And what do you do?
And I do a few things. I own 2 media companies. I run a clothing brand, and I also make music on the side.
Okay, very cool. And now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I love thrifting. I love thrifting, shopping, coffee shops. I'm like a museum goer. I'm not much of a clubber.
Okay.
So I'm not like a nightlife person. I'm more like a morning type of guy.
Got it. Okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I look for someone who's going to be able to be supportive of me and like help me with my business and my goals and dreams and whatnot.
Okay.
And someone that I can just, I guess, laugh with and not be too serious.
Notice there's no pops yet. He's rocking a backwards hat, black. I'm just saying.
About everything.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm looking for.
Got it. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers. There's a few. Having kids is one. And maybe if they're older than me.
Okay.
Might be one. I'm 26. So.
You're 26. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. So we did get 2 pop balloons. Let's go
Okay.
on over there, see what's going on. All right. If we can have your name and age.
Brianna, 26. I do have a child. I have a son, so deal breaker.
Got it. And Brianna, what do you do?
I work for a medical record retrieval company, so I mean they have us doing a lot of different stuff. Yeah.
And now, prior to him saying that kids were a deal breaker for him, you did have your balloon unpopped. Why did you?
He ain't bad looking. I would like to hear more though, but yeah, deal breaker is a deal breaker.
Got it.
But notice, he even said he did thrift shopping, which you would think, oh, he's like, like not much money. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't a deal breaker. They didn't pop the balloon yet. You know what I'm saying? They're not all gold diggers at first.
And now I know you said the kids are a deal breaker, but is she someone that is your type?
I would say, yeah.
Okay. What makes her your type?
I think I like her presentation. Like she looked like she got done up. So I like that she took it serious and took the event serious.
Okay.
I don't know too much about her, but yeah, she's cool.
Thank you. Let's go. Oh, right here. If we can have your name and age.
I'm Charisma, and I'm 27.
And Charisma, what do you do?
I'm a hairstylist.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I mean, one of his deal breakers were if you're older, and I'm 27 and he's 26. So, yeah.
And then before he said that, you did have it unpopped.
Yeah, I mean, he's tall. He, is sure about what he wants. I was, intrigued until he said the age thing. So it is what it is.
Have you ever dated someone younger than you?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, age isn't a big deal for me. But if it's not his forte, then.
Got it. Okay. So she is 27.
Yep.
How you feeling her though?
She's cool. Yeah. I wouldn't say that she's my type. But yeah.
Okay. So what makes her not really your type?
I would say like again, I look at the outfits, but also.
Okay, I want to zoom for
phys-
these other girls.
All right. I think it was your demeanor.
Okay, nice. And
Okay, she all
People
right,
multiple-
she all right.
Okay.
I'm trying to go over here.
just answer his question.
What is the worst part about dating me? I would say just patience. I'm not as patient. I'm working on that. So I would say I'm still working on my patience.
I just want to see
In
this
what
girl in the
regard?
pink
Patience,
right
like.
Just not, we live in such a microwave, society. We want things here and now. So I'm working on just like waiting on God's timing. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Your name and age?
Ooh,
My name is
look at
Jacqueline. I'm
this.
25.
Jacqueline, what do you do?
I'm currently a full-time student pursuing a career in aviation.
Nice. Okay, and then just answer his question.
Worst thing about dating me, I'll probably say patience as well. I'm impatient.
Okay. Want to add anything to that?
I want something different.
Something different. Can we come back?
Oh, she's
Wanna
good.
circle back to her?
Yeah, we can circle back.
All right,
That's
all right.
fine.
We'll give you some
She could be
time.
a Pisces too. Woo! I like the pink one
All right.
Let's get your name and age.
and the red one, but
All right. Well,
I'm Killah. I'm
we'll
23.
pause it real quick.
First generation.
You know what I mean? We want to move on.
Yeah,
We'll
I just
move
wanted
on.
to see the one in the pink. That was nice.
But yeah, but nah, I just wanted to just show that real quick because I want to show you how shallow the relationships are today, and how like we just judge off of first sight. We don't really get to deeply know somebody, and this is something that's very quick, and it's just all about like whatever's your pleasure, right? So whatever's your guilty easy pleasure, you're gonna go for it anyway, right? Like it doesn't matter how you are, who you are, right? You got to be that certain type. You got to be that certain fly. And if you're not that certain fly, they're going to pop your balloon. And it's real. It's dead real. It's like, yo, so even if I were to go on there, right, it don't matter what I have going on in my life. They're going to still pop the balloon because of whatever they don't like about me. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that, right? I live the life. I live the life, just enjoying myself and, never let anybody stop you out your path. You feel me? You know what I mean? But that's a good lesson for like, younger dudes that are worried about the dating world. Just go for the girl that likes you, man, and understand that like, good things come for those who wait, right? And I think that's a very important thing. That's quick, easy pleasure. So if you wanna get rejected off a quick, easy pleasure, or you might get accepted, you know what I mean? You never know. Whatever your game is, if you're a charming dude, whatever, you could go in there and you might get a date. You know what I mean?
We got to get you on there.
Nah, I don't think I'm going there.
I'm gonna find out.
I'm already a firm non-believer, right? if you want me to go in there and then embarrass myself, I'll do it. Why not?
Aha.
You know what I mean? But
I'm
like,
gonna contact her people.
but look, it's gonna take a lot for me to get out there. It would have to take a lot for me to get out there. You know what I mean? I gotta dress up. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't be in the mood to do all that.
Oh, come on. You got it.
I'm in the mood to dress up. I mean, I could dress up. You feel me? If you ever see me dress, but like, it's the fact that I just know going to an experiment like that, what I'm asking for. I'm asking for instant rejection, or it's just somebody I'm never going to really speak to. You know what I mean? I might and look, I might be killing myself too, right? I might find my future wife there, but I'm gonna go into that thinking, no, I'm not gonna find nothing that's special. I'm probably gonna find something very surface. So and because it's very judgmental at the surface.
Oh, here's the online form.
Oh wow, you have a whole online form. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, you guys are funny.
Funny, huh? Right?
Okay, so your name is Solomon Priest.
Priest. Priest is my last name.
Oh yeah. Solomon Priest.
but I'm not going on the AD. You don't have to do all that.
Here, I'll handle the email. They can email me.
Okay. All right. And
You know
you
what I'm
go say
saying?
your phone number. I'm
your
not-
agent for this.
Okay. All right. All right.
Male. How old are you again?
I'm 28.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Here's the factor. Height what?
I'm about 5'10".
5'10".
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about
All right.
5'10".
Occupation? Professional pimp.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get picked up for that. All right, bet.
I was
All right.
what do you do?
I do podcasting. I do music and engineering and all that type of jazz. I'm an artist, so if I had to say that for myself.
And music artist.
Yeah, that's gonna grab them, right?
Son of Killah Priest.
No, don't put that. Don't you dare put that.
Oh. I figured that would help. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's not a good thing to even
From
put.
the Wu-Tang Clan. No?
No. Don't even put that. Just leave it.
Okay,
at that.
professional
That's
podcaster.
that's actually straightforward and good.
And music artist. All right.
You could say, I'm really from, but I guess you could say state and city. I guess Los Angeles. I'm not really care about that.
Yep.
Rono D Solo.
And your solo.
Oh yeah, solo dot D dot gem.
Okay.
D gem.
Boom, like that. Boom.
Dot gem.
And then we'll just add right here.
My hobbies, my interests. Yeah, they really want to know all about me to see what I like on the surface.
Martial arts.
I mean, that's not what I want as a girl, but hey, I mean.
No, it's tell us about yourself.
Oh, my hobbies and stuff?
Yeah, martial arts.
It's general
music.
stuff. I work out, I watch football, and then I live life. I like to talk, and I do music. I'm spiritual and all that type of stuff. So
Anime.
Go quick. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? You can do all that.
Do you have any children?
I have 0 children.
So I just put hell nah?
No, there's no children right now. I have no children. I'm okay. Would I date somebody with children?
Oh, no, they're just asking if you have children.
Oh, I have children. I'll read the next one.
That's part of their prerequisites
Okay.
or something like that. Hold on, I'm doing okay.
Okay.
No, we'll just put no and be polite.
No kids right now.
Would you date someone with kids?
I'm open to it. I won't lie. Not that shallow.
What is your type?
What is my type? Oh man, that's so specific. I mean,
I ain't got no type.
I don't want to say I don't got no type. I do got a type. I love
bad.
I love women in general, right?
Bitches.
If you look beautiful, you're open in the option. You know what I mean?
It
But
says height, personality traits.
height, personality, and traits. Somebody who's calm, somebody who's nice. You know what I mean? Somebody
And about how tall you want her to be.
how tall I want to be. I don't care about the height though.
Ooh.
Wait. Let's cross that barrier.
At least 4 feet.
You cannot be over 6 foot. There we go.
Okay.
Over 6 foot is kinda
Under
crazy.
under 6 foot.
Under 6 foot is good. You know what I mean? I don't mind somebody taller than me.
Prefer.
But I don't really judge the height. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Personality traits.
Somebody who's calm. Somebody intellectual. I like somebody
Calm and
Yeah, I know.
intellectual.
I know. That's funny, right?
See, it's a good thing I'm not doing this.
Right. No. I'm not really doing this either.
I'd be like, my type is silent and obedient.
Okay. All right. There you go. And
That's why I can't do this.
What do you mean about your? All right. Go
Why
ahead.
should we pick you? They say.
Why should they pick me? I don't want to be picked though. I really don't want to be picked. So why would they pick me? Because I'm being influenced by my engineer to be picked to do a social experiment.
My agent believes this is good for my acting career.
Now I'm gonna say this on live. You know, if you do reach out to my agents, air quotes, right? There's a chance that I will not go on. So there's a chance. So I want everybody to know that right now. Okay.
No, they don't want to hear that. That's too professional. They want to hear why should we pick you? Because
because I'm looking.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, because I'm looking for love. I'm a lonely individual. I got you right here. I'm a lonely individual who's looking for a lover of my life.
That's what you want me to put?
Oh, you put that. That's why they'll pick you. if I say all that, I am a lonely individual that's looking for the love of my life. That's an instant pick, right there.
For the love of my life in all the wrong places, or just
all of the wrong places. I like that. I love the all the wrong places.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh, we gotta upload a photo.
Oh man, damn! There's no photos of me that you have, so there's no submitting right now.
What about those baby pictures that were on AI?
That's a lot of. That's very weird. If I do a baby picture of myself as my profile.
Damn.
Yeah, they're not gonna go for that. They want somebody to be outgoing and have their pictures out there. But I'm not sending my pictures because I don't want to do this. I'm not into look, man. I'm a person that likes a general connection where I meet somebody off the blue, right? Like I don't like to force my hand, right? Like forcing my hand is kind of like I'm looking for it actively. Whereas like I rather things come to me, right? So it's real.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a nice looking.
That's
individual.
the shot right there.
Oh, good looking. I mean, look, man, if you ever see my Instagram, you know what I mean? I try my best, so that's real talk.
Yo,
that's a
why
good picture.
Not? It's classy. You got a glass of champagne or something?
It's a glass of champagne, you know what I mean? I got a couple things. I mean, everything else is kind of like whatever.
Bro.
That's my most recent picture, though.
I think you found the photo.
I found the photo?
Yeah. This should be it.
It's a hot photo, though. I'll give you that. You
okay.
Know what I mean? I took it, you know what I mean? I feel good with that one. But look, I told you I'm not doing that.
Hey, if they pick you.
If they pick me?
Then you'll decide.
All right.
If they don't, then we tried.
Yo, man, just saying, man.
How you like that? And we did it live on the show, too, so that was perfect.
Okay, perfect, right? That's dope. But, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, look, if I get picked to go in there, guy, I better be getting paid something nice because I'm not going to do it for
make a little extra money.
I better get paid for that.
Yeah, I'm your agent, man. I got you.
Okay.
I don't even want no percentage. You keep the whole thing.
Okay, cool. That's dope, right?
Yeah.
We'll see how that works for me. Like we're gonna see what happens. If it doesn't work, it's whatever.
Your submission has been received.
Man,
Solo's gonna be on the show, y'all.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
We did it. We signed up right here on the air.
Oh yeah, right. There you go, right? I guess I'm looking for love, right? Or
Get ready to pop them balloons.
Or I'm gonna get popped. Who knows? Whatever happens, right?
Be popping something.
Right, but all right. So you want to take us to the music submission?
Yeah, we want to do that.
Yeah, let's take it to the music, man.
Yeah, it's time for the music.
Yeah, it's about that time, man.
All right.
I'll do a shout out.
Thorn Promotions. You send in your music, we play it live on the show for Killah Priest and the world to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Just want to shout out everybody that's watching the craft right now. I know this is not your usual show. I know y'all miss my father, Killah Priest. I know y'all miss him. You know what I mean? Don't worry. I'm here to hold it down today. He was a little busy today. So, guys, sometimes I got to hold it down, y'all. Like, if y'all not working with me, I got to let it rock. You feel me? But I hope y'all had a good time, good show. You know what I mean? He was on there for a little bit, and we had, I don't want to butcher her name. Celeste. Celeste. Those are the words that mess me up. I always said Celeste. Celeste.
Like celestial.
Celeste, you know what I mean? Go out there, get the message, go out there and vote. You know what I mean? It's very important that we do and make a change and make first step change. Understand, I get the bias, I get the scare, I get all that type of stuff, but we got to be able to become better as people and come together and learn more, right? Like that's another thing we got to do better and hopefully teach our fellow kids and guide them appropriately for what they need, right? So, you know what I mean? So shout out to who came on here and gave us very great wisdom on politics because, I know a lot of people not really into it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But they already got a biased view on it, so I understand that. So yeah. So yeah, we here. Got what's the next submission?
That's what's up. Our first submission is coming up right now. Hold up, let me get ready. All right. So as of August 5th, we're on August 5th. Hold on, we got a few submissions already in. Boom, boom. Okay, Aurora Borealis. Nope, that was yesterday. Here we go. David Mazer. Jen Zion, debut of DJ Blazer from San Pedro. Song is called LS400. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Take it from the top.
Oh, yeah? I'll show you.
What the hell?
Oh, what the? Okay. This got a real dominatrix in there. Okay, all right, cool.
I hate Zion.
That's a dope ride. Okay, just a beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's chill. That's a dope beat. Dope vibe. You're the beat expert. You've heard many beat submissions. You like it and it gives it two thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. 2 thumbs up.
Cisco Lieber gives it 2 thumbs up.
That's right.
There you go.
And that he really got that joint rumbling too. That 808. Boom, 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 boom. You got rumbling.
LS400. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, yeah, no, shout out to that was David J. Blazer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like he's gonna make that as a track, so that sounds dope.
It sounds like he's previewing his beats before he spits on them.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
Next up, we've got DJ B featuring Mojito. What?
Mojito. You got all
I don't know what
Mojito
he's
on the,
doing.
Mojito's on the track? All
Well,
right.
he says it's David Blazer again.
Uh-huh.
Song is called DJ B versus Mojito. What is this?
Mojito.
Okay.
Bombs busting like nothing. I bomb atomically, automatically making nature of anomalies. Envious people asking me what's wrong with me. Sober people hit the bong with me. So tell me what's wrong with you. Trauma to the head from giving head, or did your mom hit you? I just level up. I don't give up. I just level up. I don't give up. I just level up. I just level up. Just level up. I don't give up. I just
my whole life I've been tortured. Can't fight fire with fire. Why the techniques over beats up in a cipher? Super soak ya like back in the 90s. I didn't know you like to get wet. As you start to twitch in the neck like Capadonna in triumph over winter wars, inhaling through my neck. Didn't know you like to get wet. As you twitch to the neck like Capadonna in triumph. Better show some respect and exhale as I flex. I swinging swords faster than Bryce the Shambo, faster than a Lambo, scandal like Rambo. No remorse as I redirect you back to the source. So much force that it's very possible to send you off course to the black hole where you are trapped and can't even fathom the fact you got waxed. It's all over, stuck with the fat sack. No zigzags or even a match. I don't have hooks and I can't scratch. But I read books and I write raps. Step for the bear traps. Nastier than scared cats. Nasty beacon calling SOS's. Where's the flares at? Mexico got me. Oh shit, Mojito got me. No Mojito. No Mojito. Pinche bendico, I just made that word up. You get served, right, you little 15-year-old cat. Field goal, punch you back to 80s lap. I get back on the mic, resume the rap. It's just a little scratch. I'm okay, got cash scratch fever, and oh shit, it's turning, oh god. Somebody call an ambulance. Somebody call the ambulance. 30 back with 2 Egyptian cats. Like, what up, Mojito? That cat can scratch.
What's up? What's up?
That cat can scratch. Bomb ass shit. Be faded. Hello, my name is David J. the Blazer. Coming through freestyle flows. Let's rate a major. I don't smoke that shit. I kinda stole with the comedy. Bombing these whack MCs, I'm a motherfucking anomaly. Like ODB, but a DJ Bizzle. Up in the hizzle, hit your ass up. Big shout out to the RZA. Same birthday, year of the cock. Freestyle throwing pop goes a Glock. Yes, I love that bass, I love the treble. I be the treble, I'm a horny little devil.
Oh boy.
Cypher, ride the snare with the levels.
You got my style down pat, but now I'm shady. Make you think I'm leaving, then I turn into 180. Yo, I was a king when I lived in my motherland. I'm the man and I break from no other. Put my right hand in the hand of my brother. Monica be the stylist.
All right, DJ Blazer, he just hits record and starts going. I think you had something right there with that cat can scratch. I think you could have put a little hook together with that. That cat can scratch. If you put it in the pocket, make a little hook, I would have started with that. Do you know what I mean? You had your moments. I heard a little compound syllable rhymes, but you're freestyling. But yeah, I'd go back, edit the freestyle, and write something because that was a dope beat.
Yeah, very interesting. I love the beat though. I do agree with that. It's very interesting. Shout out to David J. Blazer because he always gives us something interesting. Right, I'm gonna say those are good words for that. Keep doing your thing, man. Just understand that we love your submissions.
Yeah.
There you go.
What'd you think, producer Plug?
Definitely like the creativity. Keep it up. Let's keep going. Next one.
Yeah. Actually, that might have been it. Let me double check right now. Hold on.
Really?
I accidentally opened up Photoshop.
It's all good.
Let me
It's all
close
good.
this out. All right. Yeah, that is it.
Is that really it?
Let me hit refresh. Nope. We've got one by T the God Dot from Milwaukee. It's called 7 Whole Grits. It's an MP4. Here we go.
God damn it, I'm a microphone, matrimonium, plutonium. We gotta understand and think it's platonic. Kill a colonizer, call it colonic. Herb niggas come and ass catch him, he don't want chronic. Coup de grace, if I spew a few bars, let me get a few bras to remove they bras, no kidding. Niggas be spitting, but I don't feel a conviction. Only time they get attention is when niggas get convicted, I'm gone.
I guard, live in peace to centerpiece. We tryna be a million deep. Fuck being 100 strong, the powers at least shaitan. They scour, they clean their thoughts. Make them forget who they be, they history and they laws. We devolve, it's so wrong. We meant to be king, queens, and guards. The effigy, especially when you effectively the cause. It's not best to be the boss if you stress, deceived, and lost. Deceptively depressed by the vets and leads in charge. When they control the economy, the deck is stacked. Forever trapped unless you aggressively in charge, but the pressure cracks. Tethered back, she'll never be his own if you ain't lesson strapped. And detective whack like a Tekken 3 move long.
That beat's crazy.
Yeah. I like that. Oh. Yep. There's more than
Yeah. Fortune 500 shots, not the ones that we drink. Fire practice with the pot. If I could bottom stocks, I'd probably invest in crops. Everybody eats beef, our farmers market the block. How I vote matter when we don't know where we stand. 2 wings of the same evil bird was the plan. Blood and Crips, red verse, blue coast, that set you to trip. Even religion got a play in the script, but this drama don't end well, and I doubt you see the credits. Cameraman said says cut. Hope you enjoyed the vision.
I like it. I like it.
Cameraman says cut.
I think he
So
has a
enjoy the
good sound.
vision.
I think he has a good voice, good sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's on. There's somewhere. There's a lot of room to grow right there, and I see it though. It's actually good. I like it a lot. It's dope.
I wanted a second verse on the first beat.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. But
There was a part where he could have came back. I wanted to hear more on that beat.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad he submitted though. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm feeling that.
That was the first time submitted.
I don't think so. T to God.
T to God. I feel like
T to God.
we might have heard one more. We might have heard him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. But shout out to him though.
Yeah, what'd you think, producer plug?
Yeah, I told you. Beat was crazy. I like his the beginning of the song. I didn't like his mix of the vocal, but eventually it got better. So I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's dope. You know, I always like things that are different. I don't like this trap. You know, 808. Remember the 808 thing that you liked on my page?
I don't remember. There was an 808 thing?
It was talking about the trap music and how it's like the.
Oh, yeah,
808.
yeah. I think I shared it.
Yeah. It was nice.
It was good. It's true. I think Kanye has a whole conversation about that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so shout out to T to God.
To God.
T to God
Mhm.
Dot from Milwaukee.
That's right.
I thought you Bob T Dot.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
From like Canada or something. You know, T
That was
Dot.
cool. I want to hear more.
Yeah, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Much love, man.
Next up, we've got Aurora Borealis from the holy city of New York with a song
Hey.
called Unbelievable. Hold up.
Unbelievable, everything that exists. Unbelievable, the sun that shine. Unbelievable, reflection of the moon. Unbelievable, these rhymes that I spit. Unbelievable, the goons that shoot. Unbelievable, mass shooting. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, everything that exists. Unbelievable, the sun that shine. Unbelievable, reflection of the moon. Unbelievable, these rhymes that I spit. Unbelievable, the goons that shoot. Unbelievable, mass shooting. Unbelievable. And yo, what really goes into the heart of a man that commits such a wicked act? I sit back, watch the plant grow, wonder how it's all possible. A human growth formulating from a single cell. Or how so many cats in the jail cells. Or where God dwell. The formula he created the angels. Definition of creation. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God. The word was God. How did he formulate language or make our shape? The plan is to calm it. The meteorite started twinkle at night. As a kid, I used to look at the heaven with a list of questions. Molecular, microscopic, topic, centipede, ant, ladybug, material, septic, skeptic, atheist, racist, John the Baptist. The golden child, bullshit while I walk with the fork and the pitch dark stalk. Unbelievable, everything that exists. Unbelievable, the sun that shine. Unbelievable, reflection of the moon. Unbelievable, these rhymes that I spit. Unbelievable, the goons that shoot. Unbelievable, mass shooting. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mm.
All I would do is add those. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of drums in there.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I mean, shout out to Aurora Borealis and always in New York. Yeah, I that flavor, you know, that flavor definitely was it gave it a little pizzazz. You feel me?
Pizzazz.
So I like that. I like that you added to it and everything like that.
Some riz.
Shout out to Aurora, man. You know, I hear skills growing. He keeps doing his thing, and just hear us out. You know, what I mean, throw a little flavor in there so we could be grabbed. You feel me? Pause. That sounds crazy, but yeah, real talk.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, Aurora always bring his fire, so I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
AD.
Sorry, I just realized I'm able to have like drums in this thing.
Yeah, man.
You have it too.
Drums?
Yeah. So if you turn that circle.
Oh.
See that circle right there?
This right here?
Yeah. Just turn it slowly to the left. And you see, you should have other sounds.
Oh, y'all killing me with this.
Oh, that's the same one, huh?
Hold on.
That's okay. We'll go back. Okay. I'll come back. But yeah, we're gonna put together little drum sets. And we'll be able to add later on.
All right, I like that. Copy.
Little NPC action.
Copy.
Shout out to Aurora Borealis.
Shout out to me, man. Do your thing.
I would do a separate track for the Unbelievable chorus too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he sounded like he said that all in one line. Unbelievable, blah, 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 blah. Unbelievable. I would give that like a delay effect. Okay, let's see. Any more submissions? We got that. I'm going to hit refresh.
Mm-hmm.
And that concludes the song promotion segment. Shout out to everyone who submitted. All the links will be in the description after the show.
Well then.
Yeah.
So I assume that we about to end right now. You know, much love to y'all. You know what I mean? I know I'm not what y'all wanted. I get it.
Yeah, they are.
No. Let's be real. I know that I'm not what y'all wanted. But look, man, I come to the show. I provide my love. You know what I mean? I love y'all that come to the craft and see us grow. We keep doing our thing. We go deeper, man. We gotta stop going from the surface of things and start getting deeper with our own thoughts. And that's the real talk, you know. So, you know, we stay so much on the surface, man. We think we're scared of voting. We're scared of doing things because of all these things that conflicted our minds and everything like that. We gotta sometimes use the information that we have and just maybe we got to work it a different way. You know what I mean? We gotta see some type of common ground, see level of playing field. You know what I mean? Celeste, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I want to say that right. You know what I mean? I always like my biggest thing is pronouncing somebody's name right. Celeste. You know what I mean? She came on here and talked about we gotta use our voice. Very important. You know what I mean? We all want to be heard. We all got things that we want and strive for. And it doesn't matter if you're passionate about something and there's something that makes you upset, that's okay to make that have that feeling and passion. We just got to scale back and have a true understanding. So, you know, that's a very beautiful thing. You know what I mean? I'm glad that everybody came on here. Shout out to Gustavo. That's right. Came in here. Shout out to my dad, Killah Priest. You know what I mean? He's chilling. He's going to be back on Sunday. You're going to see us. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. That's it, right at the end of the Sunday. So
yes, sir.
I'm going to stop talking, y'all. You know, I hope y'all enjoy it the rest of y'all week. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Live life and stay true to light.
Yo,
oh, I pressed the wrong one. That's funny. I pressed the wrong one. All right, see, look, that's because I'm not really familiar with the whole thing. So y'all get the jazz, right?
Come on, let's get out.
Peace.
Gang, y'all. Peace, y'all. Keep doing y'all thing. Live life, understanding everything. Real talk, y'all.
King of Dadanari, kicking wise words to Matani, dress godly, the book of Proverbs I embody, student enrollment, my music's golden, with writtens that influence my opponent, I'm fluent when I'm flowing, the words from faculty to nurture, carved out in murder, priest rockin' cherry, that's from Persia, write rhymes using old English curses, like I'm from 685 BC circa, get off your knees, you know not what you worship, but salvation's for the merchants, black child of the Berbers, the ruler saw her dawn, write it in a book made of bronze, said like you're pushing my creative palms. When I was born, there was major storm. A black god in his greatest form. I'm what real rap listeners was waiting on. I mastered the 7 skills, so I was taking long. Then went back and got the 8. That's not in the book. It's not seen, not spoken. Only true masters can relate. In this place, there's no time, no date. God says you have to rhyme to be great. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim, a whole lion. Like Gilgamesh and write a scroll and soul is Zion. Ishtar in front of Urdu Malisi. Sit on his throne easy and write a poem weekly. Priest Priest in his own, my microphone become a species. All on its own, new chromosomes. Bones, Marvel, DC. My impact on rap to free all the righteous people trapped. I'm overstanding, we under attack. Bismarck, your music was godly. 82, they dropped Atari. 26, empty clips, John Gotti. Killah Priest, hip-hop version of Bob Marley. Amongst the Ansars, Israelite Muslims and God bodies. Now we got the whole taps. As far as deep, only priest flow is left. I took an oath to hold a set. The Ashur, Ike, in the writing. Holy Bible, Genesis, chapter 6, speak on the giants. Our favorite anime, Attack on Titans. Favorite boxer, Mike Tyson. When rhyming, I miss the excitement. Play more Killah Priest. Golden. Gold, play more Killah Priest. Priest, it's from around the way. Shout out to all the DJs. About the rhyme with the skills. Killah Priest keeps it real. You want it like that, so you got it like that. You want it like that, so you got it like that. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. The black Jews to the 52 states. All those who relate, this is not up for debate. The stars form a hexagon shape. Metatron in the face. My body forms in the Babylon race. Through megastorms, electrons made a heart pulsate. Piece of Capadon, Ray, Corner, Ghostface. Islam is your faith. Open Qurans beneath Ramadan dates. A Hittite king assassinated by a Syrian prince. A chronicle from the honorables recorded the event. Also with the help and the blessings of a religious establishment. Priest is the dragon in the trench. It's raining badly. I'm throwing daggers while I'm drenched. On the top of his palace, I scale down, looking through his windows, eating salad. Holding a chalice, I move in silence. Like smoke, you'll never taste the scope on your palate. Who wanna hold their throat in a challenge? Bleeding out, trying to stop the blood while I kneel on the prophet rug. Shots blow through the window. Snowflakes in my memento. Gold plates, blindfold, tied up, pillowcase. Foreign voice asking me for info. They fed me whiskey till I'm pickled. They hit me in the arm with the sickle. But I'm calm and official. Alarms whistle. Royal priesthood came with the game. Save the Messiah, fire rain. Armageddon, the beast beheaded. We reign supreme. Play more Killah Priest. Play more Killah Priest. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Play more Killah Priest. Play more Killah Priest. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Play more Killah Priest. Play more Killah Priest. Fading fake one. Yo, you need some understanding. Here we go, here we go. To learn the laws and commandments, cause we're learning. Yo, city. Our mind's gonna blame. Not using our mind. We're not using our mind. We're losing it every day. You know what I mean? Priesthood. We always seem distracted. I'm distracted. Our magic always cause a reaction when we're real magic, rap magic. You know what I mean? In the streets of the city, Brooklyn, Bronx. Love solo gems. Let's go. Hebrews always talk about reparation. I came here from another world. What we say? With just a hood on me. Just a hood. It's a ooh. Just a hood on me.